Hello everyone and welcome back to the stream. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far and a wonderful week. How are you guys? Not me peeking my mic. I'm so sorry. I recorded a video earlier today and whenever I record videos, my mic is always super low, so today I turned it up so that it wouldn't be as low. I think I might have some filters on my mic in OBS to make it louder that I do not need anymore. Fun fact about me, it took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to figure out how to properly use my mic. So I might need to fix that later. But anyways, welcome in, Brennan. Congratulations on redeeming first. And welcome in, Krusty. Thank you so much for the sub. That is so kind of you. But hello, how are you guys? I am turning the music up back on in the game because it keeps playing music when I tabbed out of it, which is, I love that. I'm just used to Baldur's Gate. And I'm trying to look for when desktop audio picks this up. Okay, I think about there is good. But anyway, welcome in. Today we are playing Wicked Willow, which is actually created by somebody who hangs out in our community sometimes. I'll be so completely honest with you guys, they did give me a game key for it, but I'm very excited because I love witchy things. I was told it's a dating sim, and I'm very excited about that. I've been told it's queer and amazing, and I'm super hyped. Also, I'm sure anyone who has known me for a while knows that around this time of year, like the July to August era, I get very excited for autumn and Halloween. So this is like the perfect game for me right now. Very hyped for Halloween vibes. Welcome in, Becca. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm also very excited to see this game. The what I have seen of it seems very fun. Also, what I've read about the main character just on like the Steam store page sounds a lot like some of my IRL friends. So I think I might know at least one person like this main character. That's so exciting and fun. It is exciting and fun. Guys, I've been like gnawing at the bars of my enclosure trying to hold myself back from like really fully diving into Halloween mode. Like, I've been playing Animal Crossing Pocket Camp again, and I already decorated my campsite for Halloween. I need help. Anyway, we're giving into it tonight. Full send on Halloween. Full send on Halloween. I don't even know what I'm doing this year for Halloween. I've mentioned before that the past few years for Halloween, I've usually planned an anime convention, but that is not happening this year in October. So Halloween is wide open for me to do whatever I want. So excited about Halloween, my camera doesn't want to focus. It was having focus issues before I started stream. Flattered you're so excited about my birthday. We're just really excited about Krusty. That's exactly what's going on. We're so hyped for Krusty. Spooky season is 24/7, 365. I would have to agree with you on that. I would definitely have to agree with you on that. Without further ado, let's get into the game. I'm very excited. I haven't started a new game in almost a year. Because, as you guys know, it's been nothing but Baldur's Gate since last September, which is not exactly a year ago, but close enough, like 10 months ago. It's been 10 months since I've played something new. I'm kind of... Actually, that's a lie, because I did start Fire Emblem at some point within the past 10 months. But, I'm just excited, because I don't think I'm getting Baldur's Gate burnout, but I think I might be getting Baldur's Gate burnout. So I'm excited to play something else. I didn't think I would be this excited to play something else, but now that I'm saying it. Access the progress map from the menu screen and restart your journey at any checkpoint you have unlocked. Oh, slay? Okay.
All things truly wicked start from innocence.
Oh, it's fully voice acted. Welcome in, dear. How are you? I hope you're doing well.
Which author wrote those lines?
I love that I don't have to read.
Anyone? Anyone? All right. Alright, I guess I'll just call on someone randomly.
Not calling on someone randomly.
Don't you fucking dare.
Willow, how about you?
Damn.
Where's a good fire alarm when you need one? Or an air raid drill?
Ernest Hemingway?
Avery's saving us from this.
I was hoping to hear from
'Cause I
someone
did
who
not know that
hadn't
answer.
spoken up in a while. But yes, that is correct. You see, Hemingway was making the point that
Thanks, Avery. I owe you one. Why do I even bother to show up to this class anyway?
you've seen the Axeman killings on the news recently, right? So here's the type of question Hemingway was trying to provoke. Are men like the Axemen born wicked, or are they corrupted?
Slay. I want to say, just off the bat, and I mean this with all the love in the world because Chloe Price is one of my favorite fictional characters, Willow is giving Chloe Price energy just a bit, and I'm living for it.
We're all born bad, thanks to original sin, that is.
I wasn't expecting that accent. They become axe killers because a teacher pointed them as volunteers. That's exactly what happened. I believe it. That was always, like, the worst. I don't think I ever had teachers that did that a whole lot, but the thought was always scary. I'm so glad that you also love Chloe Price. I think she's amazing. I've been replaying Life is Strange just here and there whenever I have the time, and the vibes are immaculate.
But fortunately, through the atonement of our Lord and Savior,
Ugh, I
Not
can't bear to listen to
not
another
our
one of
Lord
Lydia's
and
freaking
Savior.
sermons.
I will say, I kind of love this, like, this design. Because to me, it gives Chapel Roan energy, so I'm like, that's a lesbian right there. But the words that are coming out of her mouth don't scream lesbian words, but I do find that contrast really fun. Willow, love, you're wearing the same cross. you're wearing the same cross, girly. It's a closeted lesbian right there. So true. I'm like 5 minutes in the game, so I have no idea, but maybe. Before the Storm was really good. I think that might be a slightly unpopular opinion, but I, as a teenager, watching Life is Strange come out, I was very much caught up in the romanticization of Rachel Amber, and Before the Storm was everything to me. I've not seen this game before, I'm shitposting. That is so fair. I'm kind of walking into this blind, like I only know what has been told to me by one of the developers and what was on the Steam page.
I'd rather just look out the window and stare into space than look at her smug little grin.
Oh.
Is that a kitty outside? Aww.
This
so
cat has
cute.
menacing vibes. I think it's the Madoka Magica trauma coming out in me, but this cat feels...
Where's that cat?
I think that cat might be
what
something
now?
more than a cat. I'll be so real.
You didn't see him? But he was so
So cutesy?
fuck no. I'm not a little kid.
Did she just walk out of class to find a cat? I feel like that would fit her character, but also considering Avery is here, maybe it's a time skip.
He was an interesting kitty.
Avery's just a ride or die. He might be. They have that energy.
Unlike you, I was paying attention in class.
I don't what kind of class to follow a cat, and you would be so real for that.
Why bother? Oh, why is the Axeman evil? Was it Satan? Was it bad choices?
She was paying attention.
Well, what do you think?
None of that. I mean, our society wants everyone to be a perfect little cog in the big machine, right? No wonder some people snap. Hell, the surprising thing is that more people don't.
That's a pretty salient observation. Why not bring that up and...
What's the point?
well... That's
She's kind of real for
kind
that,
of a
though.
broad question.
If that kitty's not here, I guess he went into the forest. I'll have to go after him.
She's so real for that.
Going in there? You must have a death wish. Is that it?
What the fuck do
The
you
school
know
has a
about death
groundskeeper?
wishes? It's a walk in the woods. What's the worst that could happen?
I know the Axeman dumped a few of his victims there. Isn't that right? He could be anywhere.
I mean, it is broad daylight. School has the most Scottish groundskeeper. He's living his best life. Also, the scar across the face? A groundskeeping accident, or is that something
These
else?
woods are huge. Even if he's out there right now, the odds of me bumping into him are...
Is no one gonna point out that it is... I mean, I guess people can be murdered in broad daylight. That does happen.
But why take the risk?
What do you two want me to do then?
Avery's
Just live my whole
low-key
life
kinda baby
feeling
girl.
afraid? Not take any chances because I might drop dead at any moment? How the fuck am I supposed to get out of bed in the morning when a meteor could crash into my front door? How am I supposed to cross the street when...
I feel like I might have had similar conversations with my mom when I was younger.
When?
Well, if that's how you feel about it, then there's nothing I can say, eh?
Willow, do you want to talk about...
Oh?
No.
Willow has something to talk about. Calm down, Willow, just bring a weapon. Yeah, like, I'm sure she'd be fine.
I just thought...
Or
you
if they
know,
were so worried, they could go with her. Like, there are options. R.I.P. front door meteored. Rest in peace to the front door that got meteored. Rest in peace. Trauma detected. Yeah. I think she might have just a touch of
If
trauma.
you don't feel comfortable talking to me, there are people who you could...
Avery really said, girl, you need therapy.
I don't want to think about it and I don't want to talk about it. Okay?
But, Willow, you can't just be numb all the time.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah, okay. I get it.
He's like, I don't have any answers to that.
You know, I'm happy to help anytime, Willow. You did seem a little more distracted than usual today.
Women would rather follow a cat into a forest with an axe murderer than go to therapy. As a woman does. God forbid women have hobbies, you know? Hobbies being walking into a forest following a cat and putting yourself in danger of being murdered.
Actually, you still seem distracted.
Top tier hobby? So real, so real.
I wasn't distracted. I was totally focused on looking out the window.
Me. When I'm
Could you
next to
have
a
missed
window.
that cat?
Why is he so interesting to you again?
Because he had orange eyes. They usually have green or like yellow.
Because he looks just like the kitty I used to have as a kid.
Oh. That's probably a better reason.
But I'd rather not go there. Can't I just be a person who likes cute cats?
I thought you said liking the cat for being cute made you a little kid.
Whatever.
God forbid she heal her inner child.
There he is! Come here, you. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Where is the little guy? What's that sound?
This atmosphere is everything.
I told you not to come here.
I know that accent.
I said the Axeman could be anywhere, didn't I?
What in the Black Woods? I think we're gonna find out just exactly what in the Black Woods is going on here.
Why didn't you listen?
Oh no.
Nice one. Very nice.
Scottish people. I love how you say that. Like, that's a very common occurrence with Scottish people. she is traumatized, and the cat's just like, oh, well, it's whatever. It's just a normal Tuesday, you know?
Hello? Who's there?
Hello, hello.
You can talk?
And you can crush people to death with trees.
100% of the Scots in this game have been axe murderers. I cannot argue with that. Our statistic pool may be small, incredibly, incredibly small, but that is a true statistic indeed.
I didn't do that.
You sure did, mate.
Hey, where are you going?
So the tree just fell? Just at the right moment?
I don't have a fucking clue what happened back there.
I just can't believe it. Willow, the groundskeeper, was the Axeman. I was standing right next to him.
Talk about irony, right? I mean, I survived an encounter with a fucking serial killer while my... Never mind.
I take it her parents
think you know what I'm
did
trying
not
to say.
survive an encounter with a serial killer. I love proper representation in video games. I'm so happy for you. I'm genuinely so happy for you and all the other Scottish people who feel represented.
Yeah, no worries, Willow. I get it.
Avery is
this
so
because
good
you
at
were
reading the
chasing
room.
that cat?
I never want to see that cat again as long as I live.
You mean that cat over there?
Ugh, yeah, that's the crazy cat.
That's what I call my cat when he's jumping on the counters.
Meow?
Not the grown man meow.
What was so crazy about him again?
How am I going to explain this to him without sounding like a total nutcase? Oh, fuck. How do I know I'm not a total nutcase? I mean, it was pretty traumatic. Maybe I was just hallucinating or something. Nothing.
Willow, there is clearly something bothering you. Nobody would think less of you if you wanted to take some time, maybe see...
I should have asked this earlier, but you guys can hear the game and the voice acting in it all right? Or do I need to, like, boost the voices up or anything? Just let me know if at any time there's something you guys cannot hear very well. Game's slightly quieter than you, but it's fine. I can boost that up a little in OBS,
Hey,
and by little...
it's not a big deal, okay? I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I think that's good. That looks fine. It's about the same level as me now when they speak, but also, it's my first time experiencing the story, so I shouldn't be yapping when they're talking. Hannah, welcome in! How are you? I hope you're doing well! We're playing a game that's a visual novel. I used to love playing visual novels when I was younger. I don't stream them very often because I mostly just play Baldur's Gate. But so far, Hannah, you missed it. We saw this cool cat. Have you ever seen Madoka Magica, or I guess Sailor Moon? You'll know what the cat means. And then we almost got murdered in the woods by our school's groundskeeper, who ended up being a serial killer. And he was Scottish. And now you were completely caught up to speed. Curly sick in bed with strep. Oh no! I'm so sorry, that sucks. I have not been asleep. I guess I should explain for the non-weebs in chat. In Magical Girl anime, a lot of times before they get their powers or like become a magical girl, they'll come across a little creature. In Sailor Moon, it was a cat named Luna, but in Madoka Magica, it was this weird like alien-esque creature named Kyubey or something like that. And it was like a cute little creature that guides the girls through becoming a magical girl, and it's not the one that grants them their powers, but the one that helps them awaken their powers. So that's what this cat feels like to me right now. Serial killer and Scottish? Hot. You do you, Hannah. You do you. I have 2 cats, but instead of giving me powers, they make a mess out of my house. I will say, I have 1 cat. He has not talked to me or granted me magical powers, but he has done wonders in helping me feel like I have my life together. And all he does is just exist. So, like, maybe there is something, and one of these days I'll wake up and be able to transform into a magical girl. Fuck Kyubey. All my homies hate Kyubey. So real, dear. So real.
It doesn't mean anything.
If you say so, Willow, just know that I care about Yeah, you get it.
Oh, I thought that little know-it-all would never leave us alone.
Hello? Who's there?
Who do you think, numbskull?
Your cat is a dickhead? Hannah, I'm sure your cat is a perfectly normal cat.
The cat! You really can talk!
We're doing this again. How much have I got to say before you believe your own ears?
Avery! Avery! Come back!
What do you need him for? He ain't got the gift.
The cat's like, no, we don't, what, why? Why do you need him? He's not the magical girl here. He's just some guy.
What is it, Willow?
I've got to make sure I'm not tripping.
Tripping? What do you mean? You're not using again, are you?
No. At least, I sure hope not. I swear, just now. Say something, kitty.
Meow.
If Avery's convinced by that, he might be a little dumb. Casting choice for this cat is definitely something. I kind of love it though. Like, maybe it's just because it's this, like, British in the same way that Crowley from Good Omens is in the show. Giving major Crowley energy. Cat like, cat keep cat boss. I love it though.
Can you imagine if I just sat there and said nothing? I bet I could really get you to believe you were losing your marbles. Nah, I won't mess with you that bad.
That voice! Did you hear it?
Hear what?
Oh, shit.
She's losing
I
it.
really am nuts.
The cat is an asshole, same as every other cat. No, my cat's the sweetest cat to ever exist. He just gets a little crazy sometimes.
No, you're not.
No, Willow, you're not nuts. It's normal after a stressful situation to hear whatever it is you heard. Are you sure that...
It was just a joke. I'm fine.
That
What
cat
am I
looks a little
supposed
too
to
proud of
say?
himself.
I'm seeing things, hearing voices. They'll lock me up and throw away the key.
Let me walk you home.
No! I mean, I just need some alone time, okay?
Well, if you change your mind...
Okay, what the hell is going on?
Say that as someone who adores cats. That is so fair. I'm the type of person who adores cats that all cats are perfect angels and can do no wrong. I'm really annoying to talk to if your cat is genuinely being frustrating.
You've got a gift, my friend.
Not a
You
gift.
call that an explanation?
You've got a lot of questions. I know a place where you can find the answers.
The nut house? Yeah, right. I think my best bet is just to pretend I can't hear you.
Don't believe me? That's fine. Let's go get a newspaper.
Is it the internet? That's where I find all my answers. I have a feeling.
Is there a headline that reads "Talking Cat Invented" or
The
something?
newspaper is. I think it is actually set in the 90s. Like, genuinely. But it also kind of sounds like he's probably gonna take her to a coven or something, because I know it's witch themed.
Nope. I'm not on the front page, love. You are.
There goes our Scottish groundkeeper. Gone too soon. Serial killer known popularly as the Axeman has died earlier this afternoon, but they got that out fast. Oh, it's May 2nd, 1993. That's wild. Why are the tree hollow, though? The tree was probably sick and dying and deceased. The 21st century, my coven meets in Discord. That is so fair. I would say same, but that was a whole different situation.
And you think I somehow caused that tree to fall on him at just the right moment?
Now you're getting it. Let's go and see Tanya. She'll fill you in with the rest of the details.
We are going to meet the rest of the coven. That was a cult. Yeah, that was most definitely a cult. The witchcraftness just was a perk of the cult, not a part of it. Kind of. Definitely a bit different.
Who's Tanya? Actually, you know what? I don't want to know. I can't go along with any more of this insanity. I'm just going to go get a soy latte.
Is that right?
Yes! What would you rather I do? Go back to the clinic? Tell them I'm hearing voices in my head?
You want to go to the coffee shop? Fine with me. Mind if I tag along, love?
I can't exactly stop you, can I? I don't see any trees
Who's
around here to
Tanya?
topple on you.
Oh, I can't read that. Well, yeah. Sorry. Way too spaced out there. I was trying to think of how, because I read that as Tanya Nuts, got him, but that's not the same pronunciation as Tanya. But I was like, wait, no, Tanya Nuts is, it's the same thing. I was overthinking it. This is not really a family-friendly stream. I was just overthinking the pronunciation. Brad, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're doing well. We are having some witchy vibes tonight. How are you? I hope you're doing well. This cat's trying to get us to go meet a woman named Tanya. Willow doesn't believe she's a witch yet. Oh, we also got almost murdered.
Here we are. Exactly where I thought we'd be.
Yeah, duh.
Chaperone Vinyl got here like 10 days ago. Slay! I love that for you. I hope you are having the most fun with your vinyl. I don't know. But that's cool.
We really do have the gift.
What gift?
Oh, is this like JoJo's where stand users are naturally drawn to each other and Tanya actually works at this coffee shop?
I keep telling you, you got to go see Tanya.
What are you? Her little errand boy?
Errand boy. Yeah, I wish. Be a big upgrade from errand cat, wouldn't you say?
No, really. What's it to you if I see her or not?
She promised to help me with, something. If I bring you.
Help you with something?
I don't think this cat is a cat. Baristas seem naturally inclined to witchcraft. Selling potions all day. That is so true. That is just so true.
That seems a little vague.
What? Do I have to tell you every little thing?
Every little thing? You've basically told me squat. Oh, let me guess. You were once a scoundrel of a man. Tanya turned you into a cat. And she'll turn you back into a human if you help her with enough favors and learn some moral lesson.
Whoa! Tanya said you'd be powerful, but she didn't tell me you could read minds.
That's exactly it. I wonder what this cat did. Cat is someone who's transformed into a cat, calling it now. Exactly. We both called it, and then the game is immediately like, yeah, actually. We are having a fight with the cat. But the cat is also probably a grown-ass man.
That was a fucking joke. That was just a mashup of every dumb fairy tale cliche.
You're really in a good mood today, aren't you?
Oh,
I have a feeling
I'm
Willow's
sorry.
just always like this.
Is nearly getting murdered supposed to put me in a good mood?
Someone who's known at least 3 baristas who were witches. That checks out. I only know one person who's a barista, and she's not a witch, but that still checks out.
I've already told you I don't want any part of this. I just want to move on with my life. Tell Tanya I'm busy today, okay?
You can tell her yourself. You're only a few feet away from her door. It's right over there. You see?
The supply closet.
Just walk inside.
Can we just walk inside the supply
Hey,
closet?
you want me to go away?
Is that allowed?
This is your only option.
You mean, if I do this, you promise to leave me alone? You'll let me get back to my life?
Course.
I don't know if I trust that grinning cat. I'll be so real. I don't know if we can believe that.
Fine. Whatever. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's real!
She's got her magic
Either
potions
that
and
or-
everything.
Or I really am.
In the supply closet, another Scottish axe murderer. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if Tanya was just another Scottish axe murderer?
No, no, no. Not gonna go there. It's real. I don't know how, but it's real, damn it.
Willow, it is good to see you.
Do I know you?
Did you bring the paper?
Were we supposed to? Tanya the Drip Witch.
Yeah,
Tanya is really
here it is.
cool. I like her a lot already.
Don't get me wrong, this is like the coolest shop ever. But how can this place be like...
Shh.
Oh.
Is she reading our vibes? What's going
Good
on?
job, darling.
Thanks, I guess? For what?
Willow, you know what you did.
But, I didn't. The tree just fell on its own.
Oh, young one. You're here, aren't you? What more proof do you need that you have the gift?
She was doing the crossword. She might have been. I'll be so real. I don't know what the accent is specifically, but Tanya's like accent is very similar to Jaheira's accent from Baldur's Gate 3, and I think I've been conditioned to immediately trust anyone that sounds like that because Jaheira is very slay and trust. It's Slavic? Okay. Thank you for letting me know because I was not placing that. I don't hear a lot of Slavic accents a lot, I guess obviously, because I couldn't place it. Just a generic Slavic accent. But yeah, it reminds me of Jaheira, so I'm like, we immediately have to trust this woman. Most trustworthy woman alive.
You people keep saying that. What kind of gift?
Unlike others who can only sit and daydream, you can manifest your imagination.
Manifest our imagination. I guess all of the TikTok tarot reading girlies were right. Astarion will be real. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You can literally bring your thoughts to life. That's how you made the tree fall.
I made the tree fall by thinking?
That was a joke, but I do think it's really funny. I kept getting a lot of TikTok like tarot readings that were all like, you're gonna fall in love and you're gonna have this chance encounter and like all these things. I'm like, literally the only thing in my love life right now is Astarion from Baldur's Gate. And I do not see that happening, or I don't see that changing anytime soon, because literally all I do is make videos on the internet, play Baldur's Gate, and hang out with the same like handful of friends that I've been hanging out with for years now. Like there's what are we talking about, tarot girlies on TikTok? If not Astarion. Did you play Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood? I did not. I actually don't know what that is.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Why not?
I think it makes complete
Because...
sense.
Because...
Don't overthink this, Willow. It's a witchy tarot visual novel. Oh, slay! I am gonna write that down. I've lost my list. Here it is. Somebody recommended a game for, I think, spooky season. There's my pencil. And so I have like a list started already. I'll look into that one as well. Sorry, I'm a slow writer. Okay.
Well, what about science and stuff? The laws of physics?
I'm sure there are rules to how her magic works.
A common fallacy. The laws of physics are descriptive, not prescriptive. Science and supernatural are not mutually exclusive.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Tanya gets it. Tanya gets it. Not a dating sim, more of a friendship and crying game. That still sounds pretty fun, though. That sounds very slay, and like a whole vibe as an Arrow Ace person. Who's this hottie? This is Tanya. I think our mentor. Right now, she's fulfilling the mentor role.
I sure as hell hope she explains that one.
Willow, girly.
To put it in layman's terms, yes, magic is real.
No shit. This is way too good to be true.
Those with this gift have always existed. There have been many names. The one I assume you are most familiar with is witch.
I don't know why, but you guys know the like TikTok trend where there's two people in particular that do it a lot. And it's like one person will go like, oh, like hand their phone off to someone. They're like, oh, can you take a video of me? And then when it flips around to show them, they're in like pilgrim gear and they just like jump into this stance and point at the person and they just yell out wench. I really wanted her to do that. That would have been so funny. I'm in love. Hannah, she is very slay. Tanya's been nothing but slay so far.
Hold up, hold up. Witches. Witches as in fairy tales?
As in Sabrina the Teenage... Was Sabrina the Teenage Witch around in 1993? Because I know that TV show's from the 90s, I'm pretty sure. And I actually might be early 2000s. I have no clue. It's that same vibe though. Willow, does she know about Sabrina?
Trust me, Willow. Being one is no fairy tale.
Are we like good witches, or are we...
If they call me wicked for following my heart, then so be it.
So slay, Tanya. That feels like the queerest sentence in the world. That sentence is just being gay. Through the trailer in your Discord? Oh, slay! Thanks, Krusty. I haven't played a visual novel-esque game since the chokehold Arcana had on me in 2017. I don't want to know how much money I spent unlocking scenes in that game. I am so glad that I did not have a job in my Mystic Messenger and Love Live phases of life. Because I would be looking back the same way you are right now, actually. But that's so fair. I love playing visual novels. I just don't stream them as much because... I don't know why I don't stream them as much. I just haven't. And I've gotten to a point where most of the time when I'm playing something other than Minecraft or Animal Crossing, it's for stream. But visual novels are such a slay time.
We have a duty to use our power as we see fit.
Power? What powers do I have?
You can use your imagination and make things real. Willow, come on!
Aside from finding my shop and hearing shadows speak.
Oh, the cat's name is Shadow? That's so funny. If you guys remember, when my parents got a dog a year or two ago, and his name with his previous owners was Shadow. So that's actually kind of funny.
Today you killed the man.
Killed him. In self-defense, so it doesn't really count as murder. But I guess it depends on how traumatized and tore up you are about the idea of taking someone's life.
But
I know. You didn't mean to. It was a reflex.
It was literally self-defense.
But, Willow, if you could do that without even thinking, just imagine what you're capable of if you learn to harness that power consciously. And I'll be there to show you the path to your greatness.
I like to walk my own path. Thanks.
Willow. Not Willow being mean to Tanya. I could never.
So guidance is of no value to you?
Why do you want to help me? What do you get out of it?
Why shouldn't I desire a disciple?
It's companionship.
I mean, you could.
I feel like being a witch is probably a little lonely.
Seems like there's gotta be more to it than that.
There is indeed.
Oh, let me guess. All mysteries will be revealed at a later time.
In a literal sense, that is true. However, it would be more accurate to say that all mysteries will be revealed through trial and error.
Good old trial and error.
Sure, whatever. So, how do these powers even work?
That's science lady. Tanya's like, yes, but we're gonna take a scientific method approach here. We're gonna try things out.
It is difficult to explain. as well as quite time consuming. Join me for a cup of tea, won't you?
Man, this tea is hella nasty.
Not her tea being gross.
A witch's power comes from manifesting her desires. Although the manifestation can express itself differently in different witches, try imagining something you want.
Hella. Alright, Chloe. Willow is basically just Chloe Price without blue hair dye. And I love her.
I can tell you didn't like my tea.
Although, okay, Willow is a lot less socially awkward than Chloe was. Life is Strange coded. I fear Life is Strange has ruined, or I was gonna say ruined the word hella, but I'm gonna be so real. I don't think I've ever really heard that word outside of Life is Strange until now.
Hey, have you had that stuff? It's freaking foul.
Then transmute it into anything you desire.
We do
You
love some
mean
transmutation.
Like a Coke or something. Go tea! Turn into soda!
Like coffee? I guess like coffee. I wonder if Tanya would have been offended if you turned it into coffee. Although Coke is probably the same sort of disrespect towards her tea.
Nothing's happening.
Magic
Her
cannot
heart's not in it.
and should not be used on a whim.
This
Willow.
is a coffee shop. That's so true.
Try imagining something you really want.
Try this, Willow.
Wow. Fucking wow.
Childhood memory drink?
This says
A blue Hawaiian.
I did that? I can do anything?
No, Willow, not anything. Taste it.
It's gonna taste like shit, isn't it?
Oh, this tastes fucking gross. That's worse than the tea.
We turned the tea into our mom. I also thought we somehow brought the mom back to life or time traveled there for a second.
There's always a price to be paid when you use magic, Willow. The more powerful the magic, the greater the cost.
Equivalent exchange.
Therefore, you must take care not to use your powers for trivial matters. Only
Okay.
in dire circumstances, and only for a higher purpose.
Establishing universe rules.
Higher purpose? No such thing.
Higher purpose does not have to mean God, girly. This magic sucks. I mean, we do have to establish the rules of the universe, and I do feel like, I don't know. I do think it's interesting because sometimes universes that include magic, like you can use it for trivial things, like no big deal. But I do think it's interesting that even the little stuff has like a cost. It almost feels like alchemy, but when I say alchemy, I mean Full Metal Alchemist alchemy. Where they're all like, everything, like the whole equivalent exchange monologue. If I'm just spouting words that make no sense to you guys, please let me know, because I do genuinely forget not everyone grew up watching anime. Welcome in, TF Wright! How are you? I hope you're doing well! Yes, TF Wright is the creator of this game. They were very slay in telling me about it and giving me a key so that I could play it and see all the hot witches. No, dear! Oh no, not you getting an ad break in the middle of the exposition. I assume since you're in chat now, you're back? Are you enjoying it so far? Yeah, I do. I really like the personality of the game so far. Willow is very cute. She's like Chloe Price, but not that bad at social interactions. She's such a vibe. Also, we have been in love with Tanya. Okay, so dear, basically what you missed is that even the little things in magic have a cost, and so it's best to only use our powers in emergencies, basically, or for like the greater good. Higher purpose is the word that they use specifically, and I guess Tanya's about to tell us to shut the fuck up about no such thing as higher purposes. Ever Strange was a big inspiration for me. That is so slay! I was not sure. But we've been picking up on that, and it's been a good time. How about I turn my tea into coffee, but it makes someone else's tea taste like shit? That I can work with. That would be so petty and mean, but also really funny. And I think Willow would have a good time with that.
I don't believe in that crap. I'm an atheist. Religion is just a crutch for people who can't handle pain.
That's a lot of words from a girl who's not handling her own pain very well based on how Avery was treating her earlier.
And have you had much pain in your life, Willow?
That seems like a personal question.
Tanya looking like us. Tanya's like, okay, this girl, trauma. Is that what happens every time I make tea and forget about it until it turns cold? That's exactly what's going on, dear. You are on the receiving end of somebody making their tea taste good. Or not the receiving end. You're on, like, the other end. You're the one getting your tea ruined.
Indeed.
I'd rather not talk about it.
That's so fair.
If you say so, Willow. Come back tomorrow. We're done for the day.
Aw, no more learning?
So, what do you think of Tanya?
To be honest, kinda lame.
Willow isn't into... Tanya does seem older, so the word MILF would be appropriate, I think. I'm a petty mancer. I love that for you, Krusty. I do love that for you. That is so fun.
Higher purpose? Don't use my power for trivial matters?
And that's bad advice?
What right does she have to tell me what to do? If I say let's take a swim in Blue Hawaiian, then that's what's gonna happen! Well, that's not what I meant.
We didn't turn him into the drink, didn't we?
Shadow, where'd you go? Shadow. Shadow!
He's drowning.
Wait. What's that there in the glass?
He's just a little guy.
Oh god! No, no, no! I didn't mean it! He's dead? Because of me?
Oh no, he drowned so fast.
Give me a second chance. Please. Please. What? I'm back in the shop?
She can manipulate time? Oh, that's sick.
Did I turn back time or something?
Or something.
Oh.
It was the tea. A special mixture. I wanted to give you a taste of what magic is like.
Okay. that makes more sense. Tanya had us fooled. Can't wait to find out the cost of turning back time. Must be wild.
Wait a minute. You knew what happened?
It was a dream. Hallucination, if you prefer. I had to find a way to reach you.
You had me hallucinate killing Shadow just to teach me a lesson?
Well...
You are not receptive to mentorship, to put it mildly. This was the only way.
Game is set in 1993, in case that wasn't clear, by the way. We read that on the newspaper earlier. I would fuck her up, Hannah! I mean, I guess, but also to be fair, Willow doesn't seem like the kind of person that you could easily have a conversation with. like what Tanya needs to do.
But why'd you think of a scenario so sick and twisted?
I didn't. It wasn't my idea.
Then whose was it?
When the
Willow.
time is right, you will know who.
Oh. I totally thought that was all on Willow. It's like, come on, girl.
Don't give me that.
It's a bit rough to drug an established former addict, but I'll take it for now. That is true. That is true. Avery did mention that earlier. Although I don't think
Yes, you
Tanya
can
knows that
say.
about her.
You just don't want to.
The deception was not born of a capricious whim, Willow. I did it for your own good. Would you rather have had that little scenario play out in real life?
Of course not.
As Tanya needs to mind her business, I can use my magic however the hell I want. Hannah. A story has to have stakes. The way magic is being established in this universe so far, if there weren't limitations on how Willow could use it, there would be like 0 stakes ever.
I merely wanted to instruct you that magic is not free, Willow. The scales of karma must always be balanced. The larger the effect, the heavier the scales might be tilted.
What about what happened in the forest? Didn't seem like there was a price for using my powers then.
There was. The Axeman paid it.
Killing an evil serial killer? Didn't he deserve to die?
Did he, Willow?
Willow would have loved Death Note. You know who else doesn't like stakes? Astarion. Yeah, and I would never give Astarion stakes. Baby Girl can do whatever he wants. Astarion has unlocked the ability to use I don't know if I want to finish that sentence, because I don't trust that man to use magic however he wants. Astarion has not proven himself to be trustworthy with power. I'll be so real.
I mean, our society wants everyone to be a perfect little cog in the big machine, right?
Damn, can
No
she read our
wonder
mind
some
too?
people snap. Hell, the surprising thing is that more people don't.
Either they're 2 peas in a pod, or Tanya heard her earlier.
Spying on me? You got a crystal ball or something?
I have my way of knowing things.
You know what? The cat probably heard it. Is she also? Yeah, because that was the same conversation. Tanya. For right now, though, I still love her. But maybe it's because the whole addict thing is not something I have personal experience with, so it doesn't weigh as heavy as it should. But we'll see.
So, I should just never use magic ever?
That's not what she said.
The only price heavier than power is that of inaction. If you fail to use your powers, then a situation calls for them.
So, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't?
But, of course, Willow.
A no-win situation. That's just fucking great.
Not quite. But it will be a challenge. According to this paper you brought me, this bank was bought by O&W Corp. I need to know more.
Sorry, but corporate finance is not exactly my strong suit.
Okay.
O&W doesn't do things without reason, or without malice.
I did read that. I glanced over it. I didn't read it because I didn't know if that was like filling up the paper to make it look like a paper or if it was important information. But I'm glad Tanya gave us the TLDR.
They could be conspiring to violate mortgage finance laws.
Well, newsflash, I'm not an auditor. I missed the part where this is my problem.
It's not your problem, it's your opportunity.
Opportunity for what?
Just imagine those bankers, sitting in their corporate boardroom, drinking champagne, celebrating the fact that everyone was too stupid to catch them in the act. Will you let them be right? Willow, now is your chance to show these capitalist scum, as you once put it, what you are capable of.
Ugh, screw those gritty banksters.
Are we being recruited into communism? I don't think that's what's going on. But I think Tanya's trying to show us that the balancing the karmic scales isn't always necessarily a lose-lose situation. Because it's like when the guy died earlier, like the price for cutting the tree basically was killing the guy, but also that was objectively a good thing because he was gonna kill us if we didn't. And also, a lot of people just generally agree that serial killers are probably better. Like, the world is better off if serial killers were not in it. I think that's what's going on here. It's like Death Note, but instead of having a god complex, it's just balancing karmic scales.
If they're so bad, let's just burn it to the ground.
I admire your enthusiasm, but you can't let it get the best of you.
She's gonna tell us why we can't reenact Death Note.
All I want is information. Why they were of interest or what is their plan? Do you understand?
Isn't Willow like in high school or something? How is she supposed to find this
Wait
out?
a minute. I think I do understand. I know exactly what she's trying to do here. I knew there was something more to it.
Willow's in college? Okay. That's still a lot for a 20-year-old to figure out.
More to what?
You wanting to have a disciple. Your real goal is to have
Day
me do
10
all
of
this Robin
anticipating
Hood
an
shit,
Enid
isn't
cosplay.
it?
Welcome in, Zenith. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Also, welcome in, Harkin. I hope you're doing well as well. I hope you had fun at the bar with your coworkers, and I also hope that you either are getting home safely or that you got home safely. Welcome in. We're playing a visual novel, and we are a witch. And I think we're gonna go investigate some shady corporation. Is what it sounds like so far.
That is one perspective on it.
Here's what I don't get, though. If you want me to play Robin Hood, why'd you call us wicked witches? Isn't Robin Hood the good guy?
She didn't say nothing. she didn't say anything. She's just doing whatever.
You know, Robin Hood was the good guy because his side won. If Prince John emerged victorious, Robin Hood would have been depicted as a thug, a traitor, a terrorist.
She's so right, actually.
Everything is a matter of perspective.
You know, okay, kind of off topic, but, oh, actually, no, it's completely on topic with what Tanya was saying. Without spoilers, because I know not everyone here has seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but part 1 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and part 5 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, at its core, kind of tell the same story of somebody entering a family and taking over it, but in part 1, to be fair, it's a little bit different because the person trying to take over is supposed to be objectively evil, but we are seeing things from the person being invaded's point of view, so it, like, seems worse, but in part 5, when you're in the invader's point of view, it's a lot more sympathetic, and, like, they're the good guys. Like, the whole perspective thing. That's so interesting. Doing very well at everything. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm also doing pretty good. I've been having a pretty good, productive day. I've been vibing. On my way home, it still takes an hour because Berlin is so big. I have to wake up in 6 hours. Oof. Good luck. I hope you're able to get plenty of rest when you get home. But I'm doing pretty well. Thank you guys for asking.
And that means no matter who we are or what we do, some will always see us as wicked.
Tanya's
Do
spitting.
You understand?
She...
Will?
Nothing but facts coming from this woman right now.
I guess so.
For your own sake, Willow, I cannot reveal the entire story to you just yet.
She can spit on me? I mean, real crusty. I'm so glad that we all are so down bad for Tanya.
I know, I haven't given you much cause to trust me.
Yeah, understatement of the century.
Although I'm quite fond of your company, Willow. We cannot afford to wait around here forever. Time is of the essence.
Hey, I can wait as long as I want.
Can we?
Unless you've got the power to just straight up puppet me. But I'm guessing you can't do that, right? Because you already would have. What?
Shadow informed me, in a matter of speaking, that you would be reluctant. He said you had some kind of trauma that might cloud your judgment.
Damn, that cat was around us for like, what, 15 minutes and already figured it all out. That is perceptive.
He told you that? Well, I don't know how he found out, but it's none of his business. Or yours.
Tell me, darling. You'll feel much better when you get it off your chest.
I don't even want to talk to my best friend. You think I want to spill my guts to a total fucking stranger?
Precisely.
I mean, I guess it would be easier. I won't get enough rest. What are you gonna do? I guess I'll just be disappointed. I don't know. Just hope work won't be too stressful tomorrow, even though I have an important conversation with my boss. Ooh, good luck with that. Good luck. Got her ass. Tanya knows us. She knows how to cut right to the issue.
If I was someone you cared about, you would never allow yourself to be vulnerable.
Damn.
But since you don't know me, since you don't care about me, I am the perfect receptacle for your grief.
You never give up, do you?
Truer words were never spoken, Willow.
You want the story? Fine.
Trauma dump time. Let's go, guys.
When I was 13, my mom was diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, that sucks.
The doctors said it was terminal. But my parents didn't quit. They went to the ends of the earth, looking into alternative treatments. You know, like all this hippie stuff you got in your store here.
You think this is all hippie stuff?
I mean, to the undiscerning eye, it's kind of the same.
Never mind. Please.
That's beside the
continue.
point, Tanya.
Even when things were bad, my mom and dad still scrimped and saved. I told them to enjoy the little time they had left. But Mom said she was sure she was gonna kick this thing. So they kept saving for that trip to Hawaii they'd always wanted to take. And guess what? Mom was right.
I'm sick.
The cancer went into remission. And after so many long, sad years, my poor parents finally saved up enough money to go to Hawaii for their 20th anniversary a few months ago.
Oh, so this is recent. This is recent trauma, guys. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna end well. I don't know that scene in Baldur's Gate 3 or Minecraft. Yeah, I know it's rare to see me play something other than Baldur's Gate 3 or Minecraft out here. We're changing it up a bit, leaning more into the variety. Okay, guys. I think they were murdered.
And?
And what?
That is not the end of the story.
Well, how do you know? If you've already used your crystal ball, you don't need me to tell you the rest,
They
right?
drowned in blue Hawaii. Could you imagine? That would be insane. They'd go just like Shadow did in the dream. Plane crash, calling it now. I think thematically it was probably the murder, because she did also almost say they didn't survive an encounter with a serial killer earlier. She looks like Yennefer in Witcher 3. Are you talking about the one in the middle? I've never actually seen Witcher 3, but I feel like in my gut that's what Yennefer would look like, just based on the little bit of things I've heard about the character. Killed by a Scot. We'll see, we'll see.
Even a woman without a crystal ball would be able to tell that you left out the end, Willow.
Yeah. I don't see what's so traumatic about your mom beating cancer.
They were both killed by a drunk driver on the way to the airport.
They didn't even make it. That's tragic on so many different levels. Yeah, I've never played The Witcher 3. I'd never even heard of, like, The Witcher until the Netflix series came out. Shit, it's so good. I'll look into it. I've been hearing a lot of good things about it, and I have a couple friends who keep telling me I should play it. Oof, yeah. The irony. That's rough.
Willow.
Shut up. I don't want your pity, and I don't want your sympathy. People act like somehow they can make me feel better about it by being nice to me. And then they get all bent out of shape when it doesn't work. It's hella lame.
I understand.
No, you don't. How could you?
She can understand the words you were saying, but that may not be what she was actually saying. Be a good game for stream. Okay, I'll definitely look into it. I know I've kind of acquired a bit of a backlog for things that I want to stream, because I know when we finish the honor mode that we've been doing every Tuesday for Baldur's Gate, I'm gonna start playing the Dragon Age games, because I've never played those before either. So for the next foreseeable future, Tuesdays are gonna, once we finish Baldur's Gate honor mode, it's gonna be Dragon Age Tuesdays for a while. Maybe after Dragon Age, though, we'll look into Witcher. Witcher 3 plus DLCs is an easy 100 hours worth of playtime, just so you know. That number terrifies me, but then I remember how much time I've put into Baldur's Gate, and it gets a lot less scary. Because when you say 100 hours of playtime, I'm like, ooh, that's a lot. But then I'm like, the average Baldur's Gate playthrough takes anywhere from 60 to 100 hours. Like, not that big of a deal. Play Witcher instead of Dragon. I've already purchased the Dragon Age games, Harkin. I have already purchased and locked in. I did get them for 90% off, though. So that was pretty slay. Which is also why I got them. Dragon Age is pretty great. Dragon Age 2 sure exists. I keep hearing people, like, not enjoy Dragon Age 2. I'm excited to figure out who the fuck Solus is, because I have a feeling I'm gonna like him more than I should. How's Tanya gonna save this interaction with Willow?
The last time I talked about this, the person I was talking to thought I was suicidal. They made a call.
Oh.
I was stuck in a psych ward for 72 hours. After that, I decided I didn't want to talk about it anymore.
That's miserable. I wouldn't want to talk about anything ever after that either. Willow is so real. Did not like Dragon Age Inquisition. You are the first and only person I've ever seen say that, Hannah. But please do tell me why. I want to have a, like, I genuinely don't know, like, anything about the Dragon Age games, so I have no idea, like, what I'm getting into with those. Witcher is also not that expensive, and they don't have, what is DRM, or is that a typo for DLC? Oh no, that wouldn't be DLCs because it was mentioned earlier. But yeah, I'll definitely look into The Witcher. Also did not like Dragon Age Inquisition. Fair. What did you guys not like about it?
I thank you for placing your trust in me, Willow. Do you feel better?
Well, I don't see how I could feel any worse.
That's so fair. I hope Avery was not the one that put us in the psych ward. I hope they were not the one that did that.
That is a start. May fortune favor you on your mission.
But they might have been. I feel like they might have been. Is the anti-copy software? Oh. Does that anti-copy software, like, kind of hinder the performance of the Dragon Age games? Because I keep hearing people talk about how the Dragon Age games are kind of a bitch to get them to run, like the older ones specifically. It was just boring. I played for days and nothing happened. Oh no. Thanks for that heads up, Hannah. Maybe it'll be more fun on stream, because then I can just yap about whatever. Dragon Age games means having to deal with the EA app. I did buy them through Steam though, but I think you would still have to deal with the EA stuff. I don't know. Played for 2 hours and just didn't like it. That's fair. That's fair.
Thanks.
I'm glad Tanya reacted very, like, chill about what we just told her.
Not just for saying that. Thanks for, you know.
Not putting us in the psych ward.
You mean for the tea?
No, I mean, yeah, but I meant for getting me to talk. It's been so long that...
No need to further explain, Willow. I understand.
Tanya gets it. She's a real one.
Yeah. Good. Well, that was a fucking ordeal.
Yeah, Tanya sure is something.
I don't think I'll ever get over the voice for the voice contrast with the cat. It is my favorite thing.
But speaking of ordeals, when are we knocking over that bank? We're gonna be cat burglars. Get it?
Yeah, real funny. I've had enough excitement for one day. How about tomorrow?
It's a date. I guess I'll see you later.
We're gonna go rob a bank with a cat.
Where are you going?
Oh, I've got a few movies I wanted to catch. It's real easy to sneak into a theatre when you're a black cat, you know.
Right.
I believe it. I believe this cat. Anti-copy software means that you could also pirate the game easily because it doesn't have protection. Oh, okay. That's fair. That's so fair. I have extreme hatred for the EA app simply because EA purposefully broke their old game software, Origin, to force you to download it, and now I can't open any of the Sims games because I refuse to upgrade to a notoriously worse program. That is very frustrating. I'm sorry that they did you like that, dear. That is frustrating.
Lydia? What are you doing here?
It's our closeted lesbian Chapel Roan fan.
You're not brave enough to try going vegan, are you?
I wouldn't put it quite like that. But I must confess, this place isn't exactly my cup of tea. So I'm just here to post some flyers.
For what? God Club or something?
Oh, so you've heard of the original Righteous Word student group?
Oh. Those words make a very familiar acronym. Closeted lesbian? Sounds like Dungeon Meshi. Low-key, yeah. Low-key. She's not a Fallon or Marcel vibe, though. Her design reminds me so much of Chapel Roan. We have made this headcanon about her.
No. I was just kidding. That's really what you're putting up flyers for? I think you came to the wrong place.
Maybe Willow really can read minds, because she keeps joking, but it keeps being correct.
What makes you say that? After we finish our prayer circle and Bible study, we're going to witness and distribute food to the homeless. That's something even a bleeding heart liberal like yourself should be interested in, right?
I'd rather starve a free woman than be a slave with a full belly.
Okay, yeah.
Willow, I'm surprised at you. Why do you wear the symbol of our Lord and Savior if you're going to mock his word?
Ugh, how many times do I have to explain this? I'm wearing it ironically. Don't you get it?
Not the ironically wearing the cross. I hope so much that Farsil is gonna be official in the next season. I guess there is still hope because animes can kind of just sometimes change things up a bit. But I will go ahead and tell you right now, I don't think they actually do become official in the original source material. Which is such a shame. They really should. This is the average lesbian dynamic. Dungeon Meshi is one of the few anime I really liked. It's so good. I'm glad you gave it a shot. Dungeon Meshi is literally one of my favorites. It's so good.
Not really. But not to worry, Willow. I'll say some prayers on your behalf.
Please don't.
The only way to stop me is to come to the meeting and say your prayers yourself.
Damn.
I'll see you in hell first.
so angry, are we? Did you know that's one of the 7 deadly sins?
Lydia, I wanted to like you so bad, but now she's being annoying about her religion.
Yes, I did. Isn't pride one of the others?
Well, I've got some more flyers to post.
Nana's calling her out on her pride. We better end up making out. Yeah, they're low-key kind of flirting right now, like toxically. That's just homophobic. There's not official in the source material. Yeah. I've not, like, finished the manga, so I really don't know. I've been told that they're not canon. It's not anything of, like, related to the story, but, like, you can't tell me Marcel's not in love with Fallon. You can't tell me.
Until next time, Willow.
Damn, what a long-ass day.
This is a vibe. I feel like this is gonna be a deep cut for some. Did anybody else spend a lot of their youth on the paper doll website Stardoll? Because I did, and I had definitely decorated things just like this during that era of my life. This game was set in 1993. Why is the bedroom 1972? She's into vintage. Willow is built different. She's not like the other girlies. Also, like, maybe the vibe just kind of slapped. I don't know.
Well, nothing like home sweet.
You're back late.
How did he know where we lived? How did he get our address? To be fair, what we got with Korosami is as much as Nickelodeon would allow back in the day. Yeah, that's fair. Still angry Korra and Asami never kissed. Queer people were struggling for representation in cartoons. Welcome in, Parzival. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Just gave Dungeon Messi a shot because of your video and because a lot of my Twitter moods simped for Parzival. So real. As I said in that video, a lot of people that I know that liked Baldur's Gate also really liked Dungeon Meshi. So it's like a really good overlap. But it's just the vibes of Dungeon Meshi are so fun.
You! How'd you even know where I live?
I didn't, actually. All I had was this address. Didn't know I'd need an apartment number.
Oh.
So I took a little climb up the trees, checking out each room. Do you know how many people in this building change their clothes with the windows wide open? I gotta tell you, I got a much better show right here than I had at the theatre.
Well, all right. Wait, I feel like... What do you mean they were more about feet of minors? What does that mean, Krusty? Just finished Splat 3 DLC. Oh, nice! The game gives me Sabrina the Witch / Life is Strange energy, and that's exactly what's going on, Parzival. You were exactly right. It is a visual novel set in 1993, and we're playing as Willow, who just found out she was a witch after killing a man in self-defense who was a serial killer trying to kill her. She just found out she's a witch, and she's still, like, learning all about it. Also, the game just kind of maybe hinted at the fact that our, Oh! Krusty, I thought you were the feet of minors thing, I thought you were referencing something in The Legend of Korra. Completely flew over my head you were making a Dan Schneider reference. I understand now. I understand. I was like, I don't remember that part of Avatar. My bad. That's on me. Now all that's left to do is wait for patch 7 of Baldur's Gate. PS5 controller was busted till I took it apart and put it back together. Oof! I hope you're able to fix your controller. Yeah, I'm very excited for patch 7. I signed up to potentially get the beta, and I hope I get it so that I can play patch 7 before it's officially released, because I'm very impatient. Zenith, were you, did you grow up watching you don't have to tell me how old you are, but did you grow up watching Nickelodeon in the era of, like, iCarly and Victorious, or, like, Zoe 101, or, anything like that? I did. I just saved $100. I'm so glad to hear you were able to fix your controller. That's $100 well saved.
Ugh. You're a little pervert.
I didn't pry their windows open, did I? I made myself happy. And if anybody saw me, they just thought I was a curious cat.
Well, I'll be suspicious of cats looking into windows now.
Ugh, whatever. How'd you even know which room was mine?
A little bit. I do know about the Dan Schneider stuff. Yeah, okay. So what Krusty was referencing was the Dan Schneider stuff. That man put a lot of weird feet things into his shows. So that is what Krusty was talking about.
Are you serious? Who else's could this be? It looks like a hippie exploded in here.
That it does. That it does.
I can't help being born in the wrong decade.
Not born in the wrong decade, Willow! She would have loved Tumblr. Rest in peace. Willow, please. The amount of posts on Tumblr I have read just like this. Willow would have killed it on Tumblr. Man really likes minor feet. It was pretty messed up. Yeah, it was absolutely disgusting. The entertainment industry, specifically children's entertainment, is honestly, like, the more I learn about it, just, it's so fucking upsetting. It is so upsetting. And a lot of people around my age have also talked about how a lot of the things that made it into the shows that we grew up on, like the feet stuff, and the way that a lot of, like, the Nickelodeon kids were very sexualized on their shows, it was, like, low-key kind of grooming an entire generation. That, getting into that conversation, I think requires a lot more knowledge and, like, actual understanding on psychology and, like, parasocial grooming and all that, more than I could really explain. Otherwise, I would definitely talk more about that, because that is just so wild in a not great way. Harry Potter, but groovy. Willow is so much better than Harry Potter. Harry Potter, the character, was pretty alright. We just don't like J.K. Rowling. She has single-handedly ruined her entire series. I've seen teens say, I wish I was a teenager in the 2010s now, and it makes me feel insanely old. I think it's so funny, but, like, I also completely understand what they were talking about, and I mean this not in a looking back at rose-colored glasses, because at least I don't think I mean it in that, like, a nostalgia-fueled way, but, like, I'm seeing why people are unhappy with being a teenager in, like, the 2020s. And I was a teenager in the 2010s. So I know what they're missing, and since I'm chronically online, I also, to some degree, know what they're experiencing, and it's like, yeah, no, that's fair. I would probably say the same thing if I didn't get to grow up with, like, early era YouTube vloggers and all of the good things that we like to remember about the internet of the 2010s, even though it was very much, like, kind of a dangerous, lawless land, but it also still kind of is. So, like, that much hasn't really changed. But no, I totally, like, I understand why they say that. And so I'm over here, like, yeah, I feel old, but also, like, wow, look how privileged I am to have this life that people desperately want now. It is kind of wild, though, to see people romanticize an era that, in my mind, doesn't feel like it was that long ago. There's no separation between art and artist when the art is still funding the artist. Exactly! Exactly. J.K. Rowling still profits from Harry Potter. And also, there are some questionable things that she wrote into the Harry Potter universe that definitely deserve criticism. We all got groomed by Dan Schneider, and I don't like it. Yeah, the children's entertainment industry is disgusting. and it makes me so upset. But I'm also, like, not trying to do anything about it. Because I don't want to make children's media or anything like that. Hitler was an artist? Hitler was an artist. I don't really know where... I think I might have skipped over a message, so I don't really know why you brought that up. But you're so right. He was. That's actually part of... I don't know if it was genuinely the reason he decided to be a genocidal maniac, but I've heard people say that he ended up where he did in life because he didn't get accepted into art school. Every dollar spent on Harry Potter is still going to hate. Exactly. Exactly. I know J.K. Rowling is still, like, involved in politics, and, like, her money is going to not great places. Funny mustache guy's art looks good, and it was quite bad. The perspective sucked. Yeah, okay, I understand why we brought him up now. I kind of understand why he failed art school, but he wasn't terrible as an artist. Yeah, no, I get it, Parzival. I get it. People have discussed the quality of his art versus the quality of his character as a man quite a lot, and it is interesting, and, like, the dichotomy of being like, wow, this art piece is very interesting. What do you mean the genocidal maniac's the guy who painted it? Like, it's wild. Not the stuff that came after he was rejected. Yeah, I'm glad that all of us here can agree that terrible person. But yeah, I don't think he's profiting off of his art because he is very dead. So engaging with his art now is not the same as engaging with Harry Potter, for example. J.K. Rowling has literally said that everyone who still enjoys her work is supporting her and her viewpoints. And she's so right. She's so right. Anyone who is still spending money on officially licensed Harry Potter things, a portion of those dollars go to her. So, like, if you really, and also, okay, last thing I'll say, and then we'll get back to the game. Also, I also just want to say, before I say what I'm about to say, the music is so good. I could just sit here and yap for hours to this background music. But, like, in terms of Harry Potter, since she is very much still profiting off of it, like, why would you want to associate yourself with that? Why would you want to publicly associate yourself with a series that has become tarnished by the hateful woman who made it? I know I wanted to play the new video game so bad, but I didn't want to support her. Yeah, and, like, I'll be so real. I do understand the appeal to a game like that, especially for people who grew up on Harry Potter, because it is genuinely a very interesting world that you could do a lot with. I don't know, maybe it's because I also fall under the trans label, and so many cool and important people in my life are trans that it just hits harder to see how hateful she is, so it, like, ruins it more for me, because it's completely taken all the magic out of the franchise and the world. I'm glad you enjoy the music. The music is so good. It's so good. Like, the vibes are immaculate. I think that's why you buy the DVDs once and no more buying. I mean, I guess that's true if you have already purchased the DVDs, but I mean, if you really want to watch it and you don't already own the media, just pirate it. Nobody's gonna profit off of that except for the pirating websites who run ads, but that's not going back to her. So much else out there as well. There's so much. Like, okay, I was very, very young, and so I wasn't aware of what might have come out around Harry Potter, kind of copying Harry Potter, but we all remember when the Hunger Games came out and got really popular, there were tons of media or books that were written that kind of were the same thing, like Divergent and all of that. Like, they were essentially the same thing when you boil it down. They were like dystopian fantasies, and when Twilight was really big, there was a lot of supernatural romance stuff. I guarantee you there are tons of series or, like, books or things that were made to profit off of the Harry Potter hype that are just as good. If you want something like that, I guarantee you can find something else. Thought she wasn't helping with the game for stupid reasons. Something about muggles. I mean, even if she wasn't directly involved in making the game, Zenith, she would still be profiting off of it because she owns the IP, I think. She would still be profiting off of them using the Harry Potter name. I would pirate Harry Potter, but I keep getting porn ads and it just annoyed me. I'm so sorry. I don't know why that sentence is so funny to me right now. And it is genuinely annoying. I hope you can find an ad blocker that works. I had very similar problems trying to watch anime that wasn't available on the streaming platforms I had paid for already. So, good luck.
You think you were born in the wrong decade. Try being born in...
When were you born, Shadow? When were you born?
What?
That's an ancient man.
All I'm saying is the 90s is a bloody golden age.
Shadow is an ancient man, I'm calling it now.
If that's true, we're in for a wild ride in the future.
Oh, she doesn't know. She doesn't know.
Speaking of wild rides in the future, are you ready for tomorrow?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
90s are a golden age, to be honest. I was only around for like 2.5 years of the 90s because I was born in 97, but I was also born in August. I was not conscious for like any of the 90s, I'll be so real. Which is really funny because a lot of people that were like around my age, like 10 years ago, would get on the internet and be like, only 90s kids remember, and then it's shit from like 2006. Like, okay, only 90s kids remember, but also my brother born in 2000 remembers, and his friends born in like 2001, 2002 remember. So all that to say, I don't think I know as much about the 90s as others do, because I wasn't really around. Still rocking the 90s fashion, but that's because I had to do the 90s as the wrong gender. I'm so glad you're able to like relive that as the right gender. Also though, like 90s fashion is kind of a vibe. I will say I think 90s fashion kind of stuck around in certain like subculture vibes. Because I remember I had my emo phase in high school, and my mom was like, why are you being grunge? And I was like, I don't know what that means. I just like Warped Tour music. But I have since learned what grunge means. I'm like, yeah, she was right. She was right. I can see the influences now. I'm watching it with my sister and I just get an ad like, you won't last 5 minutes, and I'm just like, it is not 12 a.m. Fuck off. That is so annoying and awkward if you're watching with your sibling. I love late 90s. Too bad I was born in 2002. Yeah, like people around our age, Zenith, romanticize the hell out of the 90s, which is so funny because we were not there. But also, fashion and trends do have like a 20-year cycle. So when we were like teenagers, yeah, my math is right. When we were teenagers in like the 2010s, more so like mid to late 2010s, 90s vibes were in. They were hot. They were poppin'. They were amazing. Kind of like how right now a lot of people are into Y2K. Even though I will fully admit 2010s version of 90s and 2020s versions of Y2K are definitely not super accurate to the original eras. But humans are just so interesting how we keep recycling things and like twisting it up just a little bit.
Hey,
I've been
Willow.
hanging out with this cat all night.
Yes?
Can't sleep, eh?
Shadow's got the zoomies.
Not if you keep trying to talk to me.
Right. I'll try and keep things quiet.
Good.
This man is so ready to go rob a bank.
I just wanted to say that...
I knew it wouldn't last long.
Oh, shut it for one lousy second, eh? I'm trying to say something nice here. I want to say thank you for adopting me as your pet and letting me live with you.
That didn't happen. I didn't say that.
I think Willow just got chosen. The cat distribution center has chosen her. Willow is just okay with clearly an old man in her bed. It's an old man with the face of a cute little cat. 90s Winona Ryder. We love Winona Ryder. She's so iconic. I also just had a very healthy obsession with the Heathers movie a few years ago. You know, like, it's insane to me that Winona Ryder was like 15, 16-ish when making Heathers, and it's so crazy. But also, like, when I watch Heathers, there are like certain scenes where she's just particularly baby-faced. I'm like, yeah, no, that's a 15-year-old. Great actress, though. Great actress. I was literally about to say, when did she do that? Yeah, Shadow just made that up. Manifested it into existence.
I know sometimes it's hard for you to find the words.
That's not at all what happened here, Shadow.
But either way, thanks. It really means a lot to me.
You can't just thank me for something that's not happening. Do you only hear what you want to hear?
What's that? I can stay with you rent-free.
That's just what adopting a cat is like. My cat, I don't know if we planned on keeping him, but so I got a cat a few weeks ago, and we found him in a drain, and my mom and my grandma were the ones that found him, and they brought him home, and we cleaned him up, and I didn't even ask because my sister is very allergic to cats, and also my brother's allergic, but not as dramatically. But anyway, my family's allergic to cats. So I wasn't even gonna ask to keep the cat. But my grandma was like, we're gonna keep this cat, aren't we? After she, like, looked at me holding the cat, she's like, we're keeping this cat, aren't we? It's like basically what happened here with Shadow and Willow. Classic way to get a cat. So true. I'm of the staunch opinion that current Winona Ryder is still hot. You're just stating facts, dear. You are just stating facts. Kitty, welcome in, Raimi. This is apparently our new cat. That is a grown man who I think has been transfigured into a cat. It kind of alluded at that earlier.
And you're going to give me fresh milk every day?
I don't think you can drink milk, Shadow.
Oh, Willow, you're too kind.
I mean, maybe
you
it's
really
different
shouldn't.
if you're transmutated.
You're right. I shouldn't. And I won't.
He is British. It's like Crowley from Good Omens, but as a cat instead of a snake demon.
The only milk in this place is soy milk.
Soy milk is kind of banging. We love lactose intolerant. I know Willow's vegan, but we love lactose intolerance representation.
You want me to die of thirst over here?
If it's the only way to get you to shut up.
Oat milk over soy milk. So I'll be real. I don't actually drink milk by itself. I've only ever had oat milk mixed in with oatmeal, which is pretty baller, or mixed in with teas or like smoothies and stuff. I've had soy milk by itself, but only in its chocolate variant, and chocolate soy milk is pretty banger. I've not had chocolate oat milk though. Also, chocolate almond milk is pretty slay too, but I think I might like soy milk better than almond milk. I think I'm locking that in. I only have it in my chai lattes. That's so fair. Oat milk goes pretty well with teas. I do enjoy it a lot. I have this lemon loaf glows, like, whoa, lemon loaf glaze tea that's very good. And I put some oat milk in it, and it's such a slay time. Willow would love that tea. It would taste so good.
How about you buy me whichever brand's the most expensive, as a compromise?
Since we did just threaten to kill him.
Ugh,
Jokingly.
Whatever.
Oat milk is one of the only milk substitutes I don't hate, but I have only had it in lattes before. That is so fair. I've never particularly liked milk. I will tear up some chocolate milk, but milk never really been my thing. So I guess because I never really liked milk to begin with, I don't have strong opinions about milk substitutes. Like, none of the milk substitutes I've had are as good as certain brands of, like, chocolate dairy, like, cow milk that I've had before. But also, like, it is what it is. It's not gonna be the same. Jenna Ortega's solos. Enough simping, let's watch. I do think Jenna Ortega is very pretty. I just don't know how old she is. But she is very pretty. Hell is being lactose intolerant, but hating the taste of soy and nuts. Rest in peace, dear. Hey, at least you're not allergic to a lot of the dairy substitutes. Being allergic, like, you don't even get the option. My father hates milk so much he eats cereal with water. Why? Cereal is not bad when you eat it dry. I eat dry cereal all the time. It's like a little snack. She's my age, like 22. Okay. All right. I knew she was younger than me, but I'm like, the only favorite reference I have for her is that she plays Wednesday in Wednesday. And Wednesday is supposed to be like a teenager. So I'm like, I don't know if she's the same age as the character or not. That's fair.
And real milk on my birthday?
Real milk on your birthday?
Fine, just let me sleep.
And Christmas? What else are we going to leave out for St. Nick? You think he's going to dunk them cookies in soy?
He could.
Okay. Christmas too. Sleepy time now.
Sure. Night, Willow.
This cat's gonna have more to say.
Hey, Willow, what about Groundhog Day?
If you don't shut up and let me sleep, right now, I swear to God I'm using my magic to burn this apartment to the ground with both of us inside. Got it?
Got it.
Your dad had cereal with orange juice? Lock him up. Jail. That's disgusting. Wait, what kind of cereal? I don't know if that's gonna make it any better or worse, but what kind of cereal? He looks so sad.
We'll talk about Groundhog Day tomorrow.
Not Groundhog Day tomorrow.
Hello, would you like to help save the planet today?
Are we saving the planet today? I think we had other plans. I'm gonna save real quick. Because I have not saved the game at all. Hear me out, cereal with blue Hawaii. Cereal with blue Hawaii. You think Willow would enjoy that? Gonna vomit and jump out my window with the actual Yeah, okay. I agree with you, Zenith, but I'm also aware that part of why I agree with you is because I just do not like orange juice. So that is part of why I think that's so revolting. But Shreddies? Jail. Shreddies and orange juice? That is vile. That is so vile. The game autosaves all your choices. First choice is soon. Oh, sick! So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. Nice.
No? Alright then.
Avery.
Hello, would you like to help save the planet today?
Avery is like the embodiment of just a little guy.
Already did that. I don't know how that's possible, but thanks for your enthusiasm.
He's talking to someone who recycles.
Hello, would you like to... Oh, hey, Willow.
Which group's got you begging for money this time?
The Environmental Lifeline Fund.
And what do they do?
Sadly, you're the first person to ask me that.
Oh.
It's about helping the rainforest.
Oh yeah! The rainforest. We're still struggling to help the rainforest. 30 years after this game is set. That's so sad, actually.
Planting trees?
OMG twink! OMG guys, it's a twink! Would have said based if he said cereal with bourbon, and I'm like, alright, I can buy it. Alcoholic breakfast goes hard if it wasn't expensive. That's fair. That's fair. To each their own, I guess, unless orange juice is involved. You'd think a girl called Willow would be more into planting trees. You would think so. You would think so.
They're thinking a bit bigger.
A bit bigger?
ELF is trying to fund lobbying efforts to get Congress to push for a ban on imports from companies whose clear-cutting policies destroy the sustainability of the Earth's ecosystems.
That's a really good idea. That's so slay. If only Congress would do such a thing.
Whoa, stop drilling. You already struck oil.
That's an odd metaphor for being sold on an environmentalist pitch, but I guess I'll take it.
Oh, Willow would hate the US government right now. Had a much worse joke ready. Oh no. know someone named Willow who's into smoking trees. Do they smoke willow trees, perhaps? Not with 4 ads. I'm so sorry. That's a lot. That's a lot of ads.
Want to help me canvas?
I gotta get to the bank first.
I'll go with you. I'll drop off the donations I've gotten so far today.
Avery means so well, but he is getting in the way.
Donations? What donations? You donated to yourself, didn't you?
Well, I didn't want to tell the group I went home empty-handed.
Don't worry,
Oh.
your secret's safe. And save a pledge form for me. And after we hit the bank, I'll be sure to donate something too.
Aw, thanks. I just can't imagine what the world would be like without forests. They're such magical places.
We do
Well,
love the
I mean,
forest.
not literally, but it feels like that
No,
sometimes,
he
right?
means it. He mean it literally. Say it with your whole chest. Some of the creatures of the rainforest, wild. Literally wild. You guys get what I mean. I have YouTube Premium. I haven't seen an advertisement for years. Ads one of those. Oh, that's so fair. I've never paid for YouTube Premium. Honestly, I'll be so real. I've always been lucky enough that I tend to like not get super bombarded with ads on YouTube. So it's never bothered me. But I have heard, so I have recently learned within the past few months that when you set up ads for a YouTube video, you can kind of pick, you can either let it like auto select, or you could go in and hand pick different areas for ads. And there are ad spots kind of like reserved on the video, but just because a person gets to an ad spot doesn't mean they're gonna get an ad played for them, which is kind of interesting. And I've noticed Twitch is similar because I've been in streams. I do not pay for Twitch Turbo. I have to watch I have to watch ads on Twitch like everybody else. And there have been streams that I was not subscribed to where people in chat were talking about ads. The streamers said that there were ads coming up, but ads never played for me. So, and I don't use an ad blocker on YouTube or Twitch. I don't use ad blockers on those websites. So maybe I'm just really, really lucky when it comes to ads. I don't know. It's so interesting to me that ad spots don't always guarantee an ad for every single viewer who should be receiving ads. So that's kind of wild. But then some people are really unlucky, and every single ad spot they get hit with an ad, so they see like way more ads than I do. More ads as well. I will say, Rami, on Twitch, I can't speak for every streamer, but I can speak for myself and a lot of the people I know. We do have it set to run like a certain amount of ads every hour, so we can get like the higher percentage of the like pennies that you can make off of ad revenue. So I think hang on. I think I know I do not have them set to run like 3 minutes of ads in one go, because that's fucking obnoxious, and like that would even bother me. But 3 minutes per hour to make an entire 20 cents per month. Exactly. Krusty gets it. Krusty knows. Krusty knows. I do have it set. I think it's like, I can't remember the interval. I don't remember the interval, but I do know it runs like a minute or a minute and a half at every segment. So every time you do get ads on my channel, I don't know about pre-roll ads. I think I have those turned off. Actually, I don't know. I have no clue. I'll have to look at my settings. But every time ads run on here, it's always going to be like around a minute or a minute and a half. So it doesn't matter how many ads you get, it's always gonna add up to be a minute and a half or so, something like that. But it is really like demoralizing when it's like 4 ads and it's like 2 out of 4 and it's like, okay, right. Let's go. Gonna go back to writing my aggressively descriptive smut. I will have this playing in the background. Need me just holla. have fun writing your smut. I hope it goes well. I hope you don't write yourself into a corner and there's no writer's block.
Tell me about it.
Oh, Willow knows all about magic in the forest.
This place doesn't seem so bad. Although, I don't know what a bad bank would look like.
Yeah, banks are kind of... They are what they are.
I mean, it's not like I expected to see a bunch of evil demons behind the counters.
Speak of the devil.
Well, hi there. Welcome to.
I love how the music changes every time Lydia is on screen. The amount of fucking times it's happened is jaw-dropping. Oh no, I get it. I get it, Zenith. I dabble in writing fiction and fanfic as well. I totally understand writing yourself into a corner and then having writer's block for like 6 months. I get it.
Oh, it's just you.
You work at the bank?
Lydia? What are you doing here?
I work here as a receptionist.
Huh.
Get that
I'm
bag,
actually
I
a
guess.
bit surprised to see you in a place like this.
What is that?
Didn't Jesus run the money changers out of the temple?
You've read your Bible. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Ugh, whatever.
Willow read the cool parts of the Bible. Yeah, Willow read the parts of the Bible that made Jesus look like the best person. Like, yeah, run the money, take taxers, whatever they were. I just don't understand what that has to do with the bank. That's the Jesus we stand. You're so right. And that's the Jesus Willow stands. That's the only part.
I think the better question is, what are you doing here, Willow?
Is Willow not allowed to go to the bank?
Excuse me?
I know this is probably not at all what it is. It's just like a very fun, low-stakes enemy, but it's giving enemies to lovers, but maybe it's because we have headcanoned Lydia as a lesbian already, so it's like tainting the way we're seeing their exchanges. All these places are wild for letting a cat in. Shadow's just sneaky like that. I've rarely met a Christian who actually read the Bible. That is so fair. That is so fair. I kind of forget that's like normal because my grandma is very religious, but it like in the way that the Bible and like the anthropology around biblical times is kind of her special interest or something akin to that, because my grandma is not autistic, but it is like a very intense passion of hers. So she has read the Bible multiple times. That woman has read the Bible for sure. And I kind of forget. That's not normal. You would think it should be for people who have devoted their life to a religion based on the book that they would have read it, but I mean, I get it. It's a long book. Why are you in the fandom without reading the... Exactly! Why are they in the fandom without reading the lore?
I think we both know you aren't here to ask for a small business loan. As a socialist, you don't believe in money. Now, isn't that right?
Of course not. Do you even know what socialism is?
All I know is if it worked for the Russians, they'd have won the Cold War, right?
Were the Russians even trying to use socialism? Oh! Sorry. A lot of people think socialism and communism are the same thing when they're not. I had to walk myself through that one.
Why don't you just go home right now? There's nothing here for someone like you.
She still lives in a society, Lydia. She has to use the bank.
Hey, I have as much right to be here as anyone.
Actually, you don't. This building doesn't allow pets.
Oh, there we go. Dear, you were calling out the establishments for allowing animals.
I am not a pet. Willow, shout that into her ear.
Actually, he's more like an emotional support animal.
They still wouldn't be allowed in businesses. He would have to be a service, like a service dog. We live in a society, Lydia. I'm not sure if you're aware.
Are you serious?
Service cat. are there service cats? I know emotional support cats are very common. And I know service dogs are like a thing, but I've never heard of any other animal being a service animal. Mostly because I think dogs are just easier to train depending on the breed. Also, no, you're right. Have you met it? I don't think you can train cats, period. Like, you are serving the cat. Maybe the cat and I both are serving, but the different kind of serving.
Still haven't answered my question, Willow. Why are you here?
Because this bank is evil.
I mean, I wouldn't have just outright said that to her, but in Lydia's eyes, it just sounds like Willow is here, for political reasons and not investigation
You
reasons.
care so much for the homeless, Lydia? Well, this place is plotting to make people lose their homes.
What are you talking about?
Just finished dropping off my $5.
Avery? Oh no, he doesn't know. I was meant to type Mitsuri, but accidentally got sidetracked and typed Willow instead. Multitasking is hell sometimes. I've done that before as well. I've done that before. Tell her you're here to burn the place. We can't get arrested already. We're only like 2 hours into the game. Service cat, just hope the cat is leading you where you want to go, because they're definitely leading you where they want to go. That is so true, dear.
Lydia, hi. Nice to see you.
If only Willow felt that way.
Does Lydia want us to love her?
Your friend was just explaining her theory that this proud financial institution is secretly evil.
I'm telling you, this company that you work for is nothing but robber barons.
Willow, you're letting your imagination run wild. I'm asking you to leave.
Fine. If you want to let the thieves rob the common people, then by all means, be my guest. Avery, let's...
Oh. Well.
Everyone get down on the ground, now! We're robbing this place!
Well. So Willow and Lydia are trauma bonding? They're trauma bonding now, guys. We manifested the robbers.
Nobody move! A blondie here gets her brains blown out!
No, we have to. I can't let her die.
Some luck you got, eh, Willow? Calling the bank a bunch of robbers? Then the real bank robbers show up?
Shadow's not helping.
It is pretty ironic.
What the hell happened? I just heard gunshots. The bank is being robbed. Willow is too good at manifesting.
Wait a minute. Oh my god. What if that wasn't just a coincidence?
Girlie, you are too good.
Did my powers accidentally bring these people here?
She sounds so chill about it. She's just so chill in the
Willow,
face of chaos.
Fireball time over here.
Oh shit, we're gonna fireball?
If I try to use magic to fix things, and it goes bad again, it could get even worse. But if I don't do anything, and somebody gets hurt when I have the power to stop it.
We're gonna disarm them. We gotta do it. We gotta save our girlfriend.
Okay, Willow.
Okay.
Think.
Oh, I have to
Can't
press
just drop a
buttons. to make it
fireball in their
progress.
asses. That might set the whole building on fire.
She's thinking harder than I do in Baldur's Gate.
And I can't just make the robbers disappear. What's that going to look like? Better to just disarm them, right? But how? What's the simplest way to disarm a bad person with a gun?
Split his head. I don't think she's walked down that path of violence yet, Krusty. We've got to build up to that.
Remember the Kent State shootings? Protesters putting flowers into rifles. That's it! What if I replace all their bullets with flowers?
Slay.
What the hell is this?
Not Avery being allergic. That's so fucking funny. Eat the gun, low-key. Just have a snack. Just a snack. Lydia is so slay. Why did she kind of slay?
Are you real robbers, or is this some sort of flower delivery prank?
Lydia's having the time of her life. The whiplash of having a gun held to your head by a stranger who just broke into your workplace, only for it to just be that.
We're
The euphoria of no longer feeling like your life is in danger is probably immaculate for Lydia right now.
God damn it! Let's get out of here!
Hey, Willow, what kind of flowers are those?
Plumeria, I think.
Did we
The
kill
same
him?
kind you get when you get laid in Hawaii.
What I'd give to get.
What I'd give to get laid in Hawaii. Shadow's wild for that.
Why are you asking, Avery? You're not allergic, are you?
I'll be okay. Don't worry about me.
He's like allergic.
Yes. Please get away.
Avery!
Avrient. Avrient. No longer. Oh no.
Someone call 911!
Willow, it's good to see you.
He's fine. Thank God. He's fine. I really thought we just killed him there for a second. I was like, there's no way this early in the game our first decision is kill one person or the other.
But you didn't need to come all the way across town.
Yes, I did. You're my best friend. And Avery, I'm so sorry that...
You're so sorry about what?
It's my fault we went to the bank.
You couldn't have known what was going to happen.
Avery's so chill. Did Avery just fucking die? Never mind, false alarm. It's like a nut allergy for flowers. Extreme allergy.
I guess that's true.
Wait, Avery can't come to my Animal Crossing island because I have palmero bushes. I have palmero bushes around my house in Animal Crossing. Don't let this man come to my island.
I'm just sorry, okay?
Apologizing for nothing. Sounds like you're pulling into Avery.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess
Watch
so.
out, flower attack. What a way to go. That would have been crazy if he did die.
You're going to be okay, right?
Yeah,
He's up and standing, girly. He's
well,
fine.
probably yeah.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Probably.
How intense is this allergy, my
They
guy?
said I had some kind of bad reaction to the brand of epinephrine they used.
He's so allergic to everything. He's just like my grandma.
It had a bad reaction to my liver. I
Oh.
mean, my liver had a bad... You get it.
Was fucking allergic to adrenaline. He would be. He would be. Wait, so did we?
What? Your liver?
Hey, it's probably nothing serious.
Guys, how good was the medical industry when it came to dealing with bad livers in the 1990s? What's his likelihood of surviving? Kind of get that though. My brother's allergic to raw fruits and vegetables. That is so sad.
Don't worry
That must
about
be,
me,
like, very
Willow. Just
annoying
go
for your
home
brother
and
to have
get
to
some
deal with.
rest.
Okay. If you say so, Avery.
I don't think I trust Avery to tell me how fine he is, because he seems like the kind of person to be like, yeah, I'm totally fine, and then literally actively dying.
So, your sidekick gonna be alright?
I fucking hope so.
Sidekick? Sidekick? That's you! Avery's my best friend. And it's your fault he got hurt! It was your advice that I took.
Willow, he might have gotten shot though if we didn't.
No.
Avery would hide a zombie bite, confirmed. He would hide it because he didn't want us to worry about him. We already have so much on our plate. We have so much trauma already. He doesn't want to add to it.
I asked you to drop a fireball, remember? Not poison flowers.
Shadow's gonna kill all of us.
They weren't poisonous. They were... Look, if flowers were so deadly, just think how many people could have been hurt by a real fireball.
Maybe just Lydia, if you concentrated hard enough.
We can't kill Lydia! How are we gonna talk about our headcanon lesbian romance if we kill Lydia?
I don't remember getting crushed to death by that tree branch now, did I?
Oh, what?
No, I guess not. I just
Oh, okay.
don't know what I'm
He
supposed
was in the
to be
vicinity.
doing. I
but
wanted
didn't-
to
okay,
help
I get
people.
what he's saying now.
What's the point of having powers if they're going to be so destructive?
Shadow said I
What's the
didn't
point of
ask
being
how big
special
the room is.
if
I didn't ask how big the room is or how close my friends are. I said cast fireball. Shadow is what is it, the abjuration wizard where their teammates automatically save? Guys, I'm fine. Has several stab wounds. We need Avery to pull through. I need Avery to pull through.
If you're just gonna be a wicked witch.
That's the theme of the game, isn't it?
Yeah. I have a favorite poem for this kind of day. Life's a bitch and then you die.
Guys, I need confirmation right here, right now. To me, that sentence is a Twilight reference. That is from the Twilight book Breaking Dawn. I know Stephanie Meyer didn't create the phrase. Is that genuinely from something else? Is this a Twilight reference? Or is it genuinely from something else? Because to me, that's what it reads as. Evocation? Thank you for correcting me, dear. Evocation wizard. I need to remember that so I can pick the right subclass. I've heard it from all over. That's fair. My friends in middle school and high school had a very unhealthy attachment to Twilight, if you couldn't tell. So that's kind of that's what we were all referencing whenever we said that phrase. Most people I know, that's what they were referencing. So maybe that just says more about me. In the Dictionary of Modern Proverbs, payback is a bitch has a first cited occurrence from 1970, and life is a bitch has a first cited occurrence of 1940, and subsequent variations, life is a bitch and then you die, 1982, and life is a bitch, then you marry one, damn, 1987. Okay, thank you for looking that up, Krusty. I didn't know there was a Dictionary of Modern Proverbs. That is so fascinating. So, it's been around on paper officially since the 1940s, so definitely not inherently a Twilight reference. My first day of high school, I met a girl who said that life's a bitch phrase to me. This was 6 years before Twilight was published. Okay. Cool. Alright, that's so funny.
Fuck the world. Let's get high.
Words of wisdom.
That's just what someone with your
I probably
powers
should have
needs if you
finished the poem.
psychedelics, right?
I mean,
I guess.
Now, me, on the other hand, well, no danger in giving me a little catnip, right?
does she look like she has catnip on hand?
If I've got to be sober, so do you.
You're no fun.
Lydia, what are you doing here?
Same as you, of course. Just wanted to check in on Avery.
Okay. He's
Avery's
alive,
my
right?
friend, not yours.
Avery has two hands, actually, Willow. He can be friends with both of you.
Why are you really here?
Do you really have to attach some nefarious agenda to everything I do, Willow? First, you say my bank is evil. Now you think I can't have a simple visit with a friend without having some ulterior motive?
No, I just...
Hey, Lydia. I'm gonna go at it in the hospital. Not in Avery's hospital bathroom. We can't traumatize Avery. Low-key allergic to cats, but I went to my brother's friend's house and she had a fat cat and they bullied the cat by calling her obese kitty. That's so fucked up. That's so funny. Large cats are just so, like, amusing. I know that, like, having a fat cat is probably not good for them health-wise. Like, we know that about cats' bodies. But they look so, like, maybe it's just because cats in general look very silly and ridiculous a lot of the times. But it's, like, even sillier when they're just, like, an absolute unit of a cat. This man has an allergy to epinephrine at this point. It's natural selection. We can't kill her best friend.
I'm just a little jumpy lately. You know, from everything that's happened. So, you can't really judge me for being a little suspicious, okay?
Of course not. It was a miracle you even got out of bed today. Bless your heart.
She doesn't mean that. She doesn't mean that.
Is that supposed to be some kind of...
Gotta run now. Church is in a few minutes, hun.
Okay, first things first, what the hell was Lydia doing in your room?
Wishing me a speedy recovery? Why?
Unlike Willow, Avery's nice to people. They're gonna come visit him in the hospital. My grandpa's cats are all very overweight, and I constantly lovingly tell his cat, Sunny, she looks like pudding. That's so funny. My cat's getting into the, like, awkward stages where he's, like, all leg because he's literally developing a skeleton. He's just so goofy looking. He's still, like, pretty scrawny, though, but sometimes on days where he eats a lot, his belly gets very rotund, and it's so cute.
The world doesn't make sense anymore. Fuck. Do I really owe Lydia an apology?
Yes.
Oh, and
And what?
she brought over a form to sign from the bank. Liability thing, she said.
Let me
I've
see
never
that.
been in a bank robbery, but that's kind of silly.
Agreement to forgo claims of compensation? Oh, I knew it! I knew it! She came in here and forced her pen into the hand of an injured man and...
No, Willow, none of that is right. I signed it of my own free will, okay?
Legally, would the bank even be at fault for the robbery? Could Avery actually take legal action for compensation of the... I guess you could. I guess you could.
What? Why?
It wasn't their fault they had a robbery, was it?
That's what I'm saying, Avery. I don't understand why that was even necessary.
I guess.
Full of
I
soup.
guess not.
We love when cats are full of soup or cat food. Full of soup, though. It's a vibe. I don't even like soup, but it just has... The funny thing about soup is it has such cozy connotations that even though I don't like soup, I still get very caught up in the romanticization of soup. Damn, Lydia, I was rooting for you. Lydia, okay. Krusty, we can still root for Lydia because she was just doing her job. I'm sure her boss came to her and was like, that was your little friend that you go to school with that is in the hospital after the robbery? Take this to them. Because they were probably going to send someone anyway. But it's like, maybe if you take it, it'll be nicer and easier because you're his friend. She's just doing her job. That's a working woman.
It was probably mine.
You
Aw.
look a little tired, Willow. Did you get a good sleep?
It's hard to get good sleep when you have a cat in your room. I'll be so real.
Did I get a good sleep? Who cares?
Well, I care.
Avery.
Well, I wasn't the one who almost died.
Not going to eat Avery. He's so cute. Avery is very precious. I'm glad he's not
You don't have to
dying.
make it sound so dramatic.
But that is what happened.
So, you got a clean bill of health then?
If he doesn't say yes.
Yeah, I'm fine, Willow.
Why did he say it like that? I don't believe him.
I knew you'd pull through.
And that face, that man's lying. There's something to it.
Hey, why do you look like that?
It look like what?
I know that face, Avery. Spill.
He has $3 trillion in medical bills. Damn. $3 trillion, is that accounting for inflation between 1993 and 2024? That didn't sound convincing at all. Avery's a terrible liar.
Willow. They're saying the problem with my liver wasn't from the drugs. They're saying I have fetal alcohol syndrome.
I'm gonna be so real. I don't really know what all fetal alcohol syndrome does to a person. Raging, welcome in! How are you? For someone who says they're here to yell at me, there's a suspicious lack of yelling in that sentence. This game is a roller coaster. I keep thinking Avery is fine, and then it's like he's dying, and now it's like fetal alcohol syndrome, and maybe I'm just not smart enough to know if that's a death sentence or not. Welcome in, Raging. We're playing a visual novel. We are a witch, and we might have manifested a bank robbery, and we saved the character that we're headcanoning as a closeted lesbian that's gonna be our enemies to lovers. But in the process, we did maybe kind of potentially kill our best friend. He's still standing and alive right now, but I can't tell what this game is gonna do with it. But also, fetal alcohol syndrome is something that he would have had since birth. So maybe we're saving his life. I don't know. You would play a visual novel? Yeah, what about it? What about it, Raging? We like visual novels out here. What I'm hearing is we helped by causing something that made him become aware of this condition. Exactly! We're helping!
My mom not only abandoned me, she drank while pregnant, apparently.
That checks out. I'm sorry he had to find out like this.
Fuck. What a bitch!
Don't say that. I don't know what her circumstances were.
Avery's heart is too big. Too big. Do you play Ace Attorney? You seem like the type. I have not, but I have been very interested in playing Ace Attorney. It does seem like something I would enjoy. I've been toying with the idea of downloading it on my 3DS. In the same way that stabbing someone makes them aware they're not resistant to knives. Krusty, don't say that. Krusty, no, he's gonna be fine. You would like Miles Edgeworth? Which one is Miles Edgeworth? Okay. I should say, a lot of what I know about Ace Attorney is through people making, like, shit posts and, talking about their yaoi. Maybe his heart is too big as a consequence of fetal alcohol syndrome. Fetal alcohol syndrome gave him too much empathy disease. Join the law field with June. What would I look like in a court of law? Well, actually, I do fight for my life trying to defend my favorite characters. Maybe I could do it. Maybe I'd be really good at Ace Attorney. He's the fancy boy? Slay? Red clothes. Okay. I have seen him. I have seen him a lot. I don't know anything about him, but I have seen him a lot. And I think I might have seen pictures of him kissing someone else, but that was fan art. I wonder why I like Astarion and Miles Edgeworth. It's the fancy vibes. He would look like a court jester. Thank you, Raging. Actually, I don't think I've told this story on stream. It just happened last week. My 6-year-old nephew, I was explaining to him what a court jester was. Because I used the word, I said that I was doing something as a jest, and then he's like, what are you saying? So I was explaining what a jester was. And he said, because I was explaining, like, how, like, kings would, like, have this little silly guy and all that, and he's like, do you think the king would hire 2 jesters? And I was like, I mean, I guess, I don't know. And he's like, can we ask the king? I don't know what king he's talking about, but he's like, can we ask the king if he can hire 2 jesters? And I was like, why? Do you want to be a jester? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, do you want to be a jester with me? And he's like, yeah, that's the plan. So maybe I have a future career in being a court jester with my 6-year-old nephew. I have an acquaintance who is literally a lawyer, who is an Astarion girly. Let's go. Let's go. And I bet she's great. I bet that friend is so great at being a lawyer. Better than Astarion ever could be. I don't think Astarion wasn't a lawyer. He was a magistrate, but I think he was shit at his job, and we know that's why he got killed.
She nearly killed you, and you want to defend her?
That's how my friends react when I talk about Astarion. So maybe I'm Avery. The worst lawyer. Raging's just a hater. Raging hates to see Astarion girlies thrive. I'm just fucking with you, Your Honor. I'm just being a little silly, Your Honor. Your Honor, my defendant was just in a silly, goofy mood. You cannot hold him accountable.
Even if she gave me up, she's the only mom I ever had. Willow, I can't just...
Avery, you don't owe that to her. Better hurry. The job before the prostate cancer gets king. Damn. I mean, my nephew did not specify which king. I don't know if there are other kings in the world. I'll be so real. Your Honor, my client is literally innocent, but pop off, I guess. Your Honor, my client may have done that, but they looked good while doing it, so slay. They're innocent, just based on vibes. It's time for... Yeah, Avery needs to learn the magic of chosen family. Willow also did almost kill him, but it was not intentional. It was not intentional. I don't even know if she knew he was allergic to that flower. I don't even know if she knew what flower she was conjuring.
Okay, fine. But you're healthy, right?
I'm gonna need to speak to a doctor.
Yeah, of course.
He's lying. This man is lying to me.
Great. Let's go.
Your Honor, he's a little vampire. He's already dead. Your Honor, you can't give him the death sentence. He's not alive. He can't be held accountable in a court of law because he's dead. His death date was 200 years ago. You're gonna put to trial a dead man? Free my man, he did all that, but I don't care. Free my man, he may have done it, but have you seen his eyes?
Sure, just let me grab my... nothing. I'll pick it up later.
What do you mean by that?
Your what? Avery.
My prescription.
Okay, that's fine.
Pills? I thought you said you were fine.
Both can be true, Willow. Let us have this. Your Honor, yes, he was slaying, but he was slaying while doing it. Exactly. And that's why Illumi from Hunter x Hunter... Sorry. Illumi from Hunter x Hunter is a very pretty character in my opinion, and he's also quite literally an assassin. So he slays while slaying. Let me pick up my medicine for my new chronic disease. Yeah, he'll be fine.
I am. I mean...
He's got a chronic illness, Willow.
It's for the liver, you know.
Oh, right. So, after you take the pills, you'll be all better?
Is this a for life? I don't know enough about this disease to know if it's a for life thing with the medication or not. Me about Yor from Spy Family 2. I will make the... Okay, and you could say the same thing about Illumi, but I will make the argument that Yor became an assassin out of, necessity. It was a good paying job. Not only did she have to support herself, but she had to support her little brother. Wasn't she also... I know she raised her little brother. Was she an assassin as, like, a kid or a teenager? I can't remember. But, like... She did that out of necessity. She didn't... She needed the money. But no, Yor slays. She's so pretty. Just get a new liver. How good were liver transplants in 1993? I need to know. Calling this up for Avery right now. She kills people, but she looks so, so pretty while doing it. Dear, I think we might be the people that, might have gotten exposed to the yandere character trope at a very impressionable age. I think we, could probably trace this back to a baddie like Yuno Gasai or somebody else. Getting a new liver from the liver store.
Yeah, of course.
Avery's gotta get a new liver, guys. You can regrow them? That's wild. I would pardon Yor because she's such a good mother, even if she's a bad cook. And she's trying! Yor is trying to learn how to cook. She's making I have not finished season 2. I don't read the manga. But from what I've seen, she's trying. She's working hard. And she doesn't need to know how to cook. Lloyd's got that. Lloyd has that down pat. You don't need both parents to be good at the same thing. I also love Yor. Rest in peace to her brother Yuri. He could have been such a baddie. He could have been my next unhealthy obsession if he wasn't in love with his sister. I have a Spy Family mouse mat? That's so cool. You guys are making me want to, like, actually go and finish, get caught back up on Spy Family again.
Totally.
Avery, don't talk like that. I don't believe anything you were saying about your health right now.
Even with the pills, they said I might run into problems later down the line. People with my kind of damage don't usually live past 50.
So they're around 20 right now, so 50... He would be 50 right now. I know he doesn't know what's coming, but, like, maybe that's a blessing. Maybe he's better off. Maybe he's better off. He doesn't want to live past 50. Her brother does not die. And that's not what I meant when I said rest in peace to her brother. It was more so rest in peace. That character could have been my favorite, but then they ruined him with, like, classic anime bullshit. He does not die, as far as I'm aware. You might have seen more Spy Family than me. Spy Family marathon after JoJo so we can catch up? Absolutely. I also know Hannah agreed to watching Black Butler with me, and I don't know if when we were gonna do that, or if we were gonna bully anyone else into watching that with us, or I'm dropping hints that we might bully you into watching it with us. You don't have to, though. I just know we keep talking about all these things we want to watch. Totally fine, minus the fact that my life is rapidly ending. I need Avery to not do us like this. But also, speaking from somebody who was around when he would have been 50, like, maybe it's fine.
I'll give you my liver.
See, this is why I didn't want to talk about it. Willow, that's exceedingly generous of you, but...
No, it's not. Cut me open right here. I'm sure I've got liver to spare.
This is what I sound like talking about my favorite characters. I'm into you in D&D/J. Why do I feel like that's not actually /J, but maybe /SRS? That's also a joke. You wouldn't dare kill a silly little guy. You wouldn't kill a tiefling clown. I have a little chibi Yor and Lloyd figures I got from blind boxes, and they lean on each other, and it's so cute, especially since the Lloyd figure is slightly unbalanced, so he literally can't support himself for long without his wife. He's just like me for real, if you ignore the fact I don't have a wife. That's so funny, and so sweet. A Astarion would kill a clown, you know that. I could change him. I put that man in clown makeup, and we look in the mirror, and we see the clown within. We see the clown. I make him face the clown within. But also, he falls in love with all my silly little bard characters. That man cannot be scared of clowns. Welcome in, Kylo! How are you? Hope you're doing well. We do have two Willows. Our Baldur's Gate Willow and our Witchy Willow. I didn't name this Willow. She came to me already named. Yeah, Willow's looking a little different. But how are you? Hope you're doing well. We're playing a visual novel where a witch, our best friend, just found out he has fetal alcohol syndrome and his liver doesn't work. Astarion can kill me. You're so real, Raimi. So real. And we would thank him. Not for killing you specifically, but like that he could kill me and I would thank him. This is what I meant by that. I killed a necromancer that loved circuses in box text. You think I wouldn't kill a silly little guy? Maybe he wasn't little. Maybe maybe he was a big silly guy and that's the difference. Damn, you would kill a silly little guy cause you hate to see silly little guys thrive. I missed the return stream because I fell asleep 6 hours earlier than I usually do. So hi, welcome back. I hope that was a really good, like, extra 6 hours of sleep. But you're so real for that. My sleep schedule always gets kind of fucked up when I go visit my parents, so I've been waking up a lot earlier than normal. So I feel that. It wasn't, I was livid. Damn, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope your days since have been better.
Being a vegan, it's gotta be, like, extra good, right?
I think it has more to do with... I don't think it... I'm just gonna shut up, because I've never taken anatomy. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
We're not the same blood type, Willow.
Oh, fuck.
Damn.
Fuck.
Gotta change our blood. We've got it. We can we transmutate our blood? We need to get Tanya back in here.
Look, we'll put you on the donor list then, okay? And...
Look at you, Willow, so determined to fix the future.
Avery's already accepted it.
That surprises you?
Do you know the blood type? I don't even know my own blood type. Avery's kind of wild for just knowing everyone's blood type. But also, Willow does seem like the kind of person, okay, context. I know in some places like Japan, blood type is used in the same vein as, like, astrology signs when it comes to, like, determining personality and stuff like that, like the horoscope-esque type of thing. So, like, blood type is something that, like, everybody just knows and they talk about very publicly. It's like, oh yeah, I'm blood type so-and-so, and because of that, personality things, right? Willow seems like the kind of person that I think would be kind of, like, vibing with that. I think she would find that entertaining at the very least. But that also may be because she seems like the kind of person who would also enjoy a good astrology phase. A good zodiac phase. I know mine, but that's because I donated. I wouldn't know anyone else's. So fair, Krusty, so fair. Blood type? The red kind? Me too, Raimi. We have the same blood type. the red blood. We're not like Danganronpa characters where our blood is neon pink.
Seems like just yesterday you were saying you didn't want to be ruled by fear of what might come tomorrow.
Yeah, but that's about us, Avery. That's not about you.
That was different.
Why? How?
It just was, okay?
I need this man to understand that Willow cares about him. I need this man to understand that we're besties, and besties share livers.
What am I? On trial here?
I didn't mean to upset you.
Thank God my blood
Willow.
is green. Thank God your blood is green, Raging. I don't know what I would do if we had the same blood type. That would be crazy. I have the blood type that protagonists have in anime to distinguish that they're different. Oh! That's that's wild. Like, are you being for real? Do a lot of anime protagonists have the blood type O? I've never paid attention to that. I really haven't, because it doesn't, like, mean anything to me. Avery, I never told you I wasn't a hypocrite, okay? Yeah, Avery, it's different.
No, you didn't. I've just got a lot going on right now, okay?
Wanna talk about it?
You're not gonna put me in the psych ward again, are you? I don't know if Avery was the person who put us in the psych ward to begin with, but he does seem like he might have been overly concerned and put us in the psych ward. My blood type is F negative. Damn, F's in chat for Raimi. That's not a real blood type though, I don't think. Does that mean I'm different then too? Not raging with the protagonist's blood. That's wild. That's wild.
Some other time. You've got enough on your plate.
Yeah, Avery just found out
Let's
he's
go get your
dying.
pills.
So, everything worked out.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, Willow says that, but like, even if we made the other decision and didn't cause Avery to have an allergic reaction, he would still have fetal alcohol syndrome. So I'm saying we made the right decision.
Avery's liver is shot.
We're locked in.
anyway.
I mean, Astarion must be the default antagonist. Do we know Astarion's blood type? Does he have a blood type? Like, obviously he would have a blood type as a real person. In quotes, because I'm very well aware of the fact he's not a real person. Do we know his blood type? I think I noticed a lot of protagonists having it, but maybe that's just because I notice it more. But I know O-types are a bit less common. That's fair. That's fair. O is the most common blood type globally. Conflicting information. Yeah, I know nothing about blood types. It's a good thing I'm not a nurse or anything. Domino, welcome in! How are you? I hope you're doing well. Stupid fucking British cat after this serious ass conversation. Hey, Shadow's just an emotionally detached man. I think he's old as fuck. When he was talking about us being born in the wrong decade or whatever, I think that is an ancient man. He's also a vampire elf who knows what the fuck is up with their blood. That's fair. That's so fair.
Those flowers killed his liver?
No, it was messed up before that.
So that means not your fault, right?
Right.
I guess not. No. They just discovered the damage after he came in.
So we saved his life.
Then presto, no more feeling guilty, right?
We saved his life.
You did him a favour, letting him know what's going on in there.
It's common. Not you guys finding out that your super rare blood is actually common. That's crazy. O positive is actually the most common. Just Google blood type distribution. No, that's so real, Krusty. I just never really... I think it's because I don't know my own blood type. The commonality of the blood types, it just never interested me because I can't relate it back to myself. Because it's like, yeah, I don't know what's in there. It's something. It's gotta be something. Maybe I'm just thinking of O positive because that's the one I have, the universal donor type. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Having dinner at the moment, how are you? We're doing pretty good. We're playing I don't know if I said this to you already, but we're playing a visual novel. We are a witch. We just found out that we're a witch. Our power is just awoken. We might have manifested a bank robbery. And then we turned the bullets in the guns into flowers. And then our best friend had an allergic reaction to the flowers and ended up in the hospital where he found out he had fetal alcohol syndrome. So, like, we kind of saved his life, even though we are the ones who put him in the hospital. In Japan, A positive is slightly more common than O positive. Oh, that's interesting. There's local fluctuations. I guess that makes sense. O is the most common, but it's also the hardest to get donated if you are type O because you can only accept type O blood. That's what it is. That's the quirk about type O. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think I have the type that allows me to receive most other types. So you would have like AB or whatever. Like the AB combo. The drama is crazy, but we're having so much fun.
I don't know if it's fair to look at it like that.
Sure it is. Everything's fine.
Everything is. We gotta listen to Crowley in cat form.
We can go right back to kicking ours and taking names.
That
Were we
does
doing
sound
that?
pretty good.
AB positive, I believe. Slay. I'm so happy for you. I don't know why I'm happy for you, but I guess if you ever need blood, you'll be fine. AB is the combo blood type. Yeah, I specified because I was talking about like the AB combo and not like A or B. But yeah, that's pretty slay.
All right, you've convinced me. Let's roll.
But I didn't know about it. I just thought it was allergies.
Avery, what's wrong?
They're saying since my fetal alcohol syndrome was since birth, it's a pre-existing condition.
Yeah?
They're not going to cover my prescription.
Oh. Insurance.
They're
Fuck
not?
insurance.
Oh, those blood-sucking capitalist scum.
We hate insurance. Tamara, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're doing well. It's too OP. They have to ban it into... Wait. Not AB blood being banned in tournaments. Insurance is a scam. We hate insurance.
Can you afford it?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I don't believe
No
this
problem.
man for a second. This man is lying to me. Just got home from work. I got a really good news today. I'm so happy for you. That is so awesome. Good news is always great.
Well, that's a relief. How much?
A little higher than my rent.
That's insane.
Then how can you possibly afford it?
I just didn't want you to have to worry, Willow. This isn't your problem to fix.
Sorry, my cat has woken up and is now fucking tearing it up on my feet. He's getting feet privileges revoked. Anyway. He'll probably hop up here in a second.
Oh, yes it is.
Getting a promotion? Slay, we love to see it. Getting paid for the job I was already doing, which means I'll be salary, get paid time off, and get paid work trips. That is so cool. Congratulations. Congratulations. Mel doesn't know in session 2 the party might have to fight a god. I'm ready to square up with the gods, Raging. I have been getting back into Greek mythology again. I'm ready to square up with the gods. I need to choose my words more carefully before I actually have to square up with gods and then my D&D character dies. I'm ready. I'm so ready.
Tanya said I've got the power to stop suffering, and I've got to find a way to responsibly use it.
So we'll destroy the economy.
If I used my powers, maybe I could just heal Avery's liver completely. Then he wouldn't need the pills or a transplant.
Damn, because we
But
were
using my
told
powers is
earlier
always risky.
that Life is Strange was a huge...
Especially such a big spell.
We were told earlier that Life is Strange is a huge influence. So my gut says let's heal his liver. But I also know in Life is Strange, if we were to heal his liver, the world would end.
What about a smaller spell? I could try to change the information on the insurance form. That's technically stealing, but fuck those insurance bastards. They ought to cover him. Or maybe I just don't use my powers
Oh,
at all.
Can I just
I
fuck
could
with
ask
the
Avery to move
insurance?
in with me. Then he wouldn't
it's
need
all
to
my
pay
gods.
rent, and he could afford the pills.
I don't hate your gods, Raging. Not yet. Unless they're sketchy. If you have any gods based on, I don't know, like Mystra or Zeus, I'd fight Zeus. I'm so glad I don't genuinely believe that Greek mythology is real, or that I don't, like, practice witchcraft in a way where I, like, deal with that pantheon of gods. Because if I did genuinely believe that the Greek mythology gods are real, I think I would have just completely screwed myself over saying I would fight Zeus. But yeah, I'd fight Zeus. Zeus is a bitch, and I'm not afraid to say it. We can be roomies with Avery? Okay. Okay, so... Okay. Being roomies with Avery would be really slay. But I don't know if he would want to be roomies with me, because if they did want to be roommates, wouldn't they already be roommates? Right? And then there's also, changing the insurance form would be really funny, and the insurance deserves it. But also, we could just heal him, which would be slay, but is the world going to end because I healed my best friend? We'll tell you about all the incest then. Fuck the gods. I'm fighting your gods, Raging. I work in sales, and I met my yearly target in 9 months, and they said I do too much work for too little pay. That's what the head of marketing and sales from our head office. Truly so slay. I'm so glad that they're actually giving you more money instead of continuing to exploit you. That is so slay. And they were roommates. I don't really know who we get to romance in this game. I want to romance Lydia because I think that would be funny. I'm scared of the equivalent exchange of healing a disease. Yeah. I'm a little concerned what that's gonna be like. don't know what decision to make. Think you must have pissed off some gods because the ad started playing as soon as you started talking about how you're so glad you don't have to face consequences for insulting God. Damn, I'm so sorry I did that to you, dear. I'm so sorry. I got a tattle on my direct boss too. Gave the head office people all the deets to get the bosses in trouble. Slay, I hope that works out in your favor. Sedna liked your circus and fed an entire city. Would you fight a silly little guy? Is Sedna abusing his power as a god? Is Sedna getting freaky with his family or her family? There was even a party. There was a party. Sedna might be cool. Sedna might be cool. Not all the gods have to be weird little freaks. I think I'm gonna change the insurance form. I think if I stay here any longer...
Changing a few forms? What's the worst that could happen?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just making sure the insurance company does the right thing anyway.
Exactly. You met her. I did meet her. I think Sedna was cool. I don't know if she gets freaky in a bad way. She just wants to be a pirate and fight her daughter. I mean, the rivalry with her daughter is a little weird, but like, at that point, she's just seeing her daughter as a person. Time to play the new Sims pack. Have a good night, everyone. Have fun playing The Sims, Tamara. I hope you have such a good time.
Hey, I think my friend here is covered. Check the forms again.
Oh, I see. I guess I've read it wrong at first. My mistake. Here you are, sir.
Thanks. Willow, I could have sworn.
Don't worry about it, Avery.
I feel good with that decision.
You what?
It's fine.
I just fixed the forms. No big deal, right?
It's gonna have a domino effect. It's gonna be a bigger deal, isn't it?
Willow, you can't just...
But I can.
Oh,
It's
I'm
fine.
supposed to fight a greedy bank, but not a greedy insurance company? What's the big deal, Shadow?
That's what I'm saying.
Willow, they're gonna...
Not the consequences of my actions.
Oh my god, I don't know how this could have happened.
Slow down. Slow down, buddy. What's going on?
They're saying the forms I handed in for my insurance don't match their records. They call the police.
I'm so dumb.
They think I forged the documents.
I'm so
shit, oh,
dumb. We
shit.
did not think this through.
I did it.
What?
It's the consequences of our actions.
I changed the forms.
How?
It's not important. I just wanted you to...
That's nice of you, Willow, but I could go to jail.
No, you won't. I'm confessing. I did it, and I should pay the consequences.
I didn't mean that, Willow.
I didn't think it was gonna be that big of a deal.
Willow, please, don't go.
I don't have a choice anymore, Avery.
But... Willow, you're my best friend. I'd take a bullet for you.
We're
You
just
barely nearly did.
we're just two people that are gonna die for the besties.
Avery, I love you like a brother, but I can't put you in danger again. This is for the best.
Did we just get a jail indictment?
Ugh, no reading my rights, no judge, no one phone call.
We actually went to jail. Oh my
What the hell's going on? Maybe I can just teleport myself home.
Abracadabra, wire fraud. We did commit fraud.
Wait a minute. Why aren't my powers working?
Willow,
Who
aren't
is
you
that?
a sight for sore eyes?
What do you mean?
Who the hell are you? And how do you know my name?
They told me I had a new cellmate coming named Willow. I can only assume that you must be her. You can call me Zarcy.
Okay. Slay. I think we are in witch jail. But like, maybe it's fine. Maybe we can be like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 and find love in prison. This could be
I'll save you the time. Are you wondering what I am? I'm a succubus, sweetie.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
A succubus?
A demon of seduction.
That makes sense.
With powers from the fiery pits of hell itself.
I think she got to us, gang. I think she got to us.
Wait, so hell is real?
Yes, of course it is. And this is surprising to you? Haven't you been to church?
They don't know her lore.
I kind of stopped going to church and believing in all that stuff.
Oh, really? You know, there's nothing more satisfying than taking a leap of faith. Well, okay. Maybe one or two things.
I think I know what she's referring to.
No offense, but I don't really care to talk theology. We've got to figure out how to escape.
An escape? Why didn't I think of that? Oh, how delightfully naive you are. There's a dampening field. Eliminates your magic and mine.
Not the dampening field.
Can't we fight back against it somehow?
Hardly. We're about as helpless as a couple of schoolgirls in the ocean, trying to fight off the advances of a giant randy octopus. So we can't do much. Except, you know, try and make the most of it.
She's in love with us, guys.
Ignore
she's a succubus. She's in love with
I
us.
try to scrub my mind of that image.
Did Jolene really find love, or did Anasui have an obsessive personality? And you know what? Anasui's so real for that. I was also talking about Hermes. I was also talking about Hermes. the real object of Jolene's affection. I do love Jolene and Anasui together, but I think it's just because I love Anasui and I think he's pretty and he's low-key baby girl. But Jolene and Hermes is where it's at.
Do you know why we're here?
Oh, I know exactly why we're here.
I think it's wild that Jolene and Anasui are like in the game though. I'm not gonna elaborate for spoiler reasons, but I think it's wild that they ended up together at the end. Like, why did they do that to us? Why did they do that to us? Unless they just needed a reason to tie his character in at the end, you know? I was looking for food fights in Jolene, but you're actually right. Raging Jolene does have two hands. They can be a throuple. But if they can't be a throuple, then Hermes is the one. Hermes is the one. But they are a trio.
Are you going to tell me?
Maybe. Maybe not.
I do really like Zarcy. Why are you yelling my name in all caps? You know I am right. That is the most me thing to say about this. Do you not see the way I play Stardew Valley? Do you not hear the way I talk about wanting to play Baldur's Gate?
Oh, good grief.
Information for information. A little deal with the devil, as it were.
What do we know? Do we even know anything?
Why not tell me a bit about yourself first?
Oh, she wants personal information.
Fine, whatever. What do you want to know?
When you shower, what's the last area you wash?
Why the hell would you want to know that?
That's a weird question. Never met you in my life. That's fair. That's true. That's true.
Are we going to have to shower together or something?
Only in my imagination, sadly.
Zarcy's in love with us.
I just want a mental image that pleases me. Which part of you holds on to its naughty grime the longest?
That's none of your business.
She's a little freaky.
Fine.
I know she's a succubus,
really
so it makes sense.
Anyway. I just wanted to see if you made a cute face when you're shy. And for the record,
did.
It's so sweet my fangs are getting cavities.
She has fangs? That's such a good character design.
There. That wasn't so bad, was
Love
it?
good pointy teeth in characters. Especially When anime characters have, like, the one little thing or, like, the shark teeth, slay. No notes. It adds so much personality.
So why are we here? Hey, you promised.
And do you really trust a succubus to keep her word?
I mean... kind of.
Your naivete is so
Succubus aren't really known for
strong,
lying,
it's
are
almost
they?
alluring. You should have insisted I tell you first.
This is our first time dealing with the demon.
But-
okay. Surprise Pikachu when the succubus would ask an inappropriate question. I mean, okay. If I could walk you guys through my thoughts for a second. I understand why she was asking that question, but at the same time, I'm like, that's kind of strange. What's sexy about this question? Why would this be a succubus question? Like, what's going on here? What do you think she was gonna ask? I honestly didn't know. I thought it was gonna be more like getting Willow to open up, or just like, really and truly, I thought she was wanting like specific information about some kind of plot event. And I was like, I don't think Willow knows anything. I'm so scared because Willow doesn't know anything.
Don't worry, I'll tell you. But only because it's what I want to do.
She's so real for that.
We're not in jail for breaking the law.
I mean, we're not?
We're more like political prisoners.
We definitely committed fraud.
I don't do politics.
That's not really up to you to decide, is it? We're here because of the One Right Way organization. ORW for short.
There's our answer. I'm gonna quick save real quick because I do need to go feed my cat. He eats at 9. He probably is hungry. So I will be right back. Maybe we'll throw Giorno up. Yeah, I'll be right back. Enjoy the pretty succubus. Not raging wanting me to fight my cat. My cat is just a little guy. He's all leg right now, okay? Maybe if he comes back in, I'll show you guys. The plot event is what part of your body you shower last. If that actually ties into the plot, Krusty, wild. I cannot fathom how that's gonna tie into the plot. Not the ORW for short.
I've heard that name before. They're the ones that bought the bank, right?
Yes. And they don't take too kindly to witches.
I wonder why.
I'm afraid you've been declared an undesirable.
I'm undesirable?
Well, not in my book.
Sarsi is in love with us.
Thank you?
Thank you for what? For noticing you? It wasn't deliberate. It just comes naturally to me. Especially when I'm stuck with someone as gorgeous as you.
I know we cannot trust her because she is just rizzing us up because it's what she does. But also, she's in love with us, guys.
You just called us political prisoners, and you want to flirt with me?
I never know which breath will be my last. I can't let a single one go to waste.
That's literally how the Baldur's Gate characters are. They're like, yeah, we're dying. Let's fall in love. Let's romance each other. Let's sleep with each other in the fucking woods, because why not? They're crazy for that. Imagine being a witch hunter and you find one because she commits insurance fraud. What a way to do it, you know? What a way to do it. Maybe I should have listened to my grandpa. My grandpa was an insurance adjuster and dealt with a lot of fraud. Maybe I should have listened to him more so that I can find a nice pretty witch. No, don't say Raphael vibes. She's much prettier than Raphael. She smells better. She smells better. She has more riz than Raphael does. Don't say Raphael vibes. Don't make me come to terms with the fact that even if they're the same person, the format makes all the difference in the world. She's more of the incubus that Raph keeps in his bedroom. That's fair. I will say, though, Harlip did not riz me up. It was more so a curiosity thing. Zarcy, though.
But why are we in so much danger in the first place?
That is such a good question.
We're problematic. We don't fit their vision of what the world should look like.
Guys, we're problematic. We upset teenagers on Twitter. We're on a block list. Harlip did it for me, not ashamed. That's so fair. That's so fair. I think, okay, Krusty, I'll be so real. I think the difference is Baldur's Gate has a more, like, realistic style. Like, they look more like people. Whereas 2D anime-esque characters lack that realism thing, so they are more attractive to me. They're more removed from reality, which is so slay, so great. Our Tumblr call-out post will be out by tomorrow. Some teenager that goes by the name of Vomit Online is gonna write essays about our wrongdoings.
If they had it their way, it would be all angels and rainbows and joy all the time.
Is that sarcasm?
That's a little lame, but it doesn't sound so bad, right?
I'm glad you see, like, you understand, Krusty. Or at least that that's fair. Are we the bad guys? I genuinely don't know, Krusty. We might be. But I don't know how literal to take Cersei, to take her right now.
Oh, you must be joking. It would be hell on earth.
Oh, so she was being literal.
From your perspective, wouldn't that be, like, a good thing?
Touché. I just felt a shiver.
Hair goes from black to blonde? Yeah! We love fun hair colors. No! Raging! Her hair is supposed to look like a fire. Like, like this is the coal, or whatever, the whatever you're burning, and then it goes like, it's flames, it's a fire. I didn't design her, I don't know if that was actually the thing, but that's what it looks like to me.
And speaking of hell, you said you stopped believing in God, right? Why?
I told you. I don't want to get into all that God stuff.
You're real for knowing what you do and don't like. Bold of you to assume that I know, Krusty. No, that's, like, for the most part, very much on the Arrow Ace spectrum, for the most part. The more detached from reality it is, the safer it is. I think you mean /SRS. I think you mean /literally.
Let me guess. Was it the loss of someone you loved?
Her atheism was recent.
Let me put it into terms you might understand. Imagine I offered to consume the memories of your dearly departed, to ease your pain.
But then we wouldn't be ourselves.
Would you be interested?
I don't think so.
Of course not!
Would she also forget her parents existed? Okay, so the way that would work, you would either forget that your parents died and then think they're alive, but then you would eventually have to come to terms with the fact that they're dead, because if they're alive, where the fuck are they? Right? So there would still be that inevitable tragedy at the end. So then would you just be forgetting that they existed entirely, which is tragic in and of its own self, even if you may not directly remember? She's no Mizzy mommy. I'll be so real raging. I like her more than I like Mizora. I think Mizora's hair looks a little weird. It's like, I don't know, just something about it. Mizora, the biggest appeal to Mizora for me is her voice. We believed in God until he took our parents. I guess so.
But why?
And if we forgot they were dead, if we forgot the memories of her parents dying or her parents existing at all, there would still be that, like, gap. Like, the grief would still be there. It would just be, like, we wouldn't know what it was for. Like, there would still be some kind of hole.
Because...
Not the wow in all caps. Mizora is very pretty, but I think her haircut's a little dumb. I don't vibe with her haircut. They just help us get better at wire. Yeah,
to forget they ever existed would be worse than their death. I want to remember, even if it makes me feel sad.
Exactly.
Real.
Pleasure is always worth the price of pain.
Oh, Zarcy was trying to prove a point.
The fact that you and I know that we're prepared to pay pleasure's price, that makes us dangerous.
I hardly think we're in the same league. I mean, I just started being a witch. Meanwhile, you're,
Cat got your tongue? Not to worry. I know exactly what's having so much trouble tumbling out of your luscious lips. You think you're better than me.
We didn't say that. I think we actually said the opposite. I think we said the opposite, actually.
I didn't say that.
But you're thinking it, aren't you?
Oh shit, is
you
she?
said you're a demon from hell. Like, what else am I supposed to be thinking over here?
It's only natural to be afraid of me, dearie. But that'll change when I expose myself to you.
What? What are you going to do?
Keegan, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're doing well. We're getting rizzed up by a succubus right now. We're also in prison. Was it intro too early? Sorry about the Nikki quote. That is so fair, Keegan. If you want to try again, we'll pretend the last 3 messages didn't happen.
Tell you my life story.
Big boobs? Child, anyway. No, you're so real. So real. Zarcy is very pretty. Keegan, are you having a difficult time typing?
What did you think I was going to do?
Girl, I don't know. You just say things.
Nothing.
She uses words.
If you say so. So, are you interested in the story?
I would love to know your life story, actually. Like, genuinely.
Whatever. It's not like I have anything better to do here.
I wasn't always in the surface of hell. Actually, I used to be on the other side.
An angel.
You were an angel?
Not quite, dearie.
Oh.
I was a nun.
That explains the outfit, though. That's kind of fun. And just saying big boobs with no context feels so cursed. It kind of is. It kind of is. But because I know who you are, it is a little bit less cursed. If it was like some stranger, though, it's like, okay, are we talking about Zarcy here? Are we all just excited about pretty succubus? Fun fact, the reference I used for her outfit was from a sexy nun Halloween costume. Wait, really? If so... Oh... No, okay. No, I see it. I don't know if you guys added the frills, because if the frills were in the original costume, that is like the prettiest one I've ever seen. It does also look like the Sister Daniel costume. If anyone's a Dan and Phil fan still, it was a sexy nun costume that Dan wore. It's very iconic. Now that you say that, I do see the resemblance.
A nun?
I didn't know my cat was back in here already. I just felt something touch my foot. Not Sister Daniel! We love Sister Daniel in this house. We have the Devon chat. Yes, we do. They're very slay.
My older sister was misused. She became pregnant.
Damn. That sucks.
She jumped off a bridge.
That's very sad. Do you want to be on stream? Do you want to play this game with me? Go there before you scratch me up, please. Don't do that. Not her sister jumping off a bridge though. That's crazy. This art is in fact very sick. It is. Created the game. I'm glad people like it. We are having such a good time with it so far.
After that, well, having a relationship, having sex, it wasn't so appealing to me now, was it?
Yeah, I could understand that. That's so fair.
I joined the convent as soon as I could. I was barely more than a child when I took my vows. I lived my whole life without the comfort of physical contact.
Good for you, I guess. Living the dream, truly. Blink twice if you need help. He's fine. He just ate. His belly is full. He's fine. See? Ignore the fact he probably doesn't want to be picked up right now. He's fine. He's living his best life. Cleaning his feet. We're not for free. Dingy's not a prisoner. My door is open. He can come and go at his own free will.
Even when I was getting old and frail, I never let one of the younger sisters so much as brace me as I walked. I didn't want to grow attached.
Oh, that's so fair, Sarcy. Dingy baby boy, he's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. Totally needs help. No, Dingy slays. Dingy is a killing machine, just like his namesake, the Chainsaw Man. Jace can beat Dingy in a fight. Give Dingy just like another year or two to actually finish growing, and then we'll see. I think Dingy could take him. Dingy's scrappy.
I didn't want to risk letting the pleasures of affection poison my mind.
So that's the trauma speaking, Zarcy.
Then, one day...
Starting a GoFundMe to free Dingy. Free my cat, he did nothing wrong.
I was too feeble to hoist myself out of bed. I didn't dare call for help. There was no excuse which justified risking physical contact. So instead, I futilely tried rocking myself back and forth, hoping to get some momentum. In my frustration, out of my lips tumbled, "Damn this bed to hell," or something like that. It was the first time I'd ever uttered profane words. Perhaps the first sin I'd ever really committed while in the convent. The words floated out into the air and straight towards the underworld, where they were heard loud and clear.
She manifested that a little too well.
Hold on. You're telling me every time I say swear, like, goddamn, Satan can hear me?
Why does Satan care so much? Kind of obsessed behavior, honestly.
Now you're getting it.
Kind of obsessed behavior.
Well, why don't we use that to escape from this little prison then? To hell with these bars, right?
Dampening field, remember? Cancels out all magic.
But...
If you're done with your questions, may I have the pleasure of finishing my little story?
Please do.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Once those words were heard, a succubus rose from the depths to find me.
Not the succubus. Not her swearing right after she found out it was bad. She doesn't care. She's trying to figure out how she can get the sins to work for her. And she's so smart for that. If only she remembered magic didn't work in the prison.
Someone like you?
She was like me, and yet very,
She's
very
so
much
pretty.
not like me.
And she's blue and green. So slay.
I cannot give you more clarity than that, I'm afraid.
What did you do when she showed up? Call for a priest to perform an exorcism or something?
Another wife. We have another wife, guys. The prison is anti-slay, Keegan. We got arrested for trying to commit insurance fraud. And now we're in a magical prison.
Hardly. If I wasn't going to invite a woman into my room, I certainly wasn't going to invite a man.
Fair.
Even though I knew what the succubus was. For some
Okay.
reason, I didn't feel any fear.
So, Keegan, we're playing a visual novel, right? Where we just found out we were a witch when we killed a man in self-defense because he was trying to kill us. And he was like a serial killer. Anyway, so we killed this guy. And then because we were following a talking cat. And, you know, magical girl anime bullshit. Kind of fun stuff. So we learned about the price of magic. We got told to investigate this shady organization. We went to the bank that the organization recently bought. We found our rival, who I personally think is a closeted lesbian. If she shows up again, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. She's like a very Southern Christian girly, but she also looks like a Chapel Roan fan. So that's the vibe. Anyway, we were at the bank, and we might have manifested a bank robbery. And then in order to deal with the bank robbery, we were like, okay, so what if we turn the bullets and the guns into flowers so that the pretty Chapel Roan fan doesn't die? But then in doing so, our best friend had an allergic reaction and we thought he was going to die. But then he had fetal alcohol syndrome and now he has to take medicine because he's chronically ill. And his insurance company wouldn't cover it because it's technically a pre-existing condition because he's had it since birth and because they're terrible. So then we used our magic to change the forms so that he could get his prescription covered by the insurance company, but we were dumb and we only changed the forms that we physically had with us. We didn't do anything about the records at the insurance company. So the insurance company realized there was a discrepancy and we got arrested. And that's basically caught up. That's basically caught up.
I was a feeble old woman. If something monstrous were to happen, well,
she's accepted her fate.
Death's embrace cannot be avoided forever, you know.
Yeah, I know. Well, what did she do to you?
She asked me if I was having trouble getting out of bed. I didn't speak. I couldn't speak. But I found myself slowly nodding. She walked over towards me. I remember the little clicking of her hooved feet against the cold tiles of the monastery floor.
That's so slay. I'm assuming witches are common knowledge if they put you in magic prison for insurance fraud. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think witches are common knowledge, but the succubus did tell us that we're basically political prisoners because I think there's a bigger plot going on here that we don't really know about yet. So there is something.
Click, click, click. I could feel my heart beating along with them. She reached out her hand.
They're in
and
love.
I took it. It was so warm. My flesh nearly burned. She pulled me up, and I was nearly eye level with her. Her clawed hand so delicately stroked the side of my face. I never felt so happy.
Good for her. I don't know if it's love, if that's a succubus. Keegan, let me have this. Keegan, let me have this. No, I know.
I held her. I cried. She gently lowered me back into my bed, and we made love.
If you couldn't even get out of bed, how did you...
It was the greatest
How did you
pleasure
do
of
that?
my life.
Good for her, I guess.
For the longest time, I simply lay there, grinning like an idiot. Nothing seemed to matter.
It's gay rights. It is gay rights. It must have happened in June.
Then, finally, my mysterious companion spoke to me. "You know why you can't get out of bed, right?" she asked me. Once again, all I could do was shake my head. Bone cancer, she said it was.
Damn.
Bone cancer? My mom had that.
Nasty little thing, isn't it?
Sounds
My
like
mysterious
it. Jeez.
friend said I was going to die soon. I started crying again. Not because I was going to die, mind you. I knew it was long past my time to go. I was crying because I'd wasted my whole life living and preaching the virtues of chastity. I denied myself the world's greatest pleasure. And for what?
Girly, that was the trauma. Buy new bones, easy peasy. Exactly. Let me just get a bone transplant. You're so right, Keegan. Why didn't we think of that? Why didn't Zarcy think of that?
You don't have to die, she told me. She could release me from my mortal coil, even restore my youth. If only I switch sides and join her in serving the darkness. If I agreed to become a succubus.
Slay. Go on the Bones SMPs, RC, duh. They have plenty of bones. We have plenty of bones on the Bones SMP. You're so right. Like, genuinely, you're so right. I know you're being funny because it's called the Bones SMP, but, like, there's so many bones on that server.
When I joined the convent at age 13, I had no doubt in my heart.
You joined? They let her join at 13?
And when I joined the succubus 70 years later?
Damn. She lived to be 83? That's crazy.
I had no doubt then either.
Whoa. Whoa, that's...
When I seduce people, I do it because I just want to spread the love.
Good for her. There are a lot of bones on bones. There are so many bones. Please, Zarcy, come take some bones to replace your cancerous bones.
I want others to enjoy life while they can.
What about, you know, after they die?
What about it? You know what they say. Heaven for climate, hell for company, right?
They say that?
But...
She's too busy boning for the bones now. Keegan, it's funny you say that because when I joined the Bones SMP, I would very frequently like name my streams on the Egg SMP, egging on the Egg SMP, and I did almost name a stream boning on the Bones SMP before I realized that words mean things. And I was most definitely not doing that in Minecraft. But I was fighting demons not to name a stream that for months because it was also still really fucking funny. It was really funny, but I don't think other people would find it as funny in the same way that I did. Not the Minecraft sex mod. Crazy. Insane. But just know, I spent months of my life fighting those demons, and now here we are.
But I've been monopolizing the conversation. What about you, Willow? Are you enjoying your life?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Are you embracing your heart's desires?
What are our heart's desires?
Have you sought comfort in the pleasures of the flesh?
I don't think it'd be as comforting for Willow as it is for Zarcy. I'll be so real. And wait, unless we're romancing Zarcy right now, I'm also gonna be so fucking real right now. I have no idea what the maturity rating is for this game. I do not know what's coming. Time is a circle, Keegan. I think I can think of worse or just as bad. That's so fair.
Willow, can you hear me?
It's our cat
Yes!
saving us from violating
right here.
Twitch guidelines.
Tanya gave me this fantastic little thing that will clear the dampening field.
Slay Tanya.
Oh. You're not alone.
No, can we take her with us?
Nice to see you again, too.
This really complicates things.
You're telling
What do
me.
you mean by that?
What are the odds I'd get rescued by someone who wants me dead?
Shadow is in this game. He's a cat. I knew he was a furry. Yeah, Shadow's in this game, and he's also, I think, ancient. The cat did make a comment about us. So Willow did say that she thinks she's born in the wrong generation, decade, whatever. Shadow did not take that lightly.
Shadow, that's not true, right?
It is.
Damn.
You've got to aim a fireball right at her. Then when the field drops, you fry her.
No.
What? I'm not going to kill a defenseless person.
If you don't, she's going to eat your soul.
How could I forget? I literally died to the succubus in Baldur's Gate. I'm so fucking dumb. I'm so sorry.
What? I don't
She
think
rizzed us
she'd
up
do
too
that.
hard. I forgot that's like a main mechanic of succubus.
Don't worry, Willow. I won't swallow you down in one big gulp. But just a nibble won't hurt. Right?
She's trying to eat our soul, guys.
Oh, please. Souls aren't even real.
A day ago, you didn't think the demons were real either, did you? If she gets her powers back and she gets close to you, anything could happen.
Willow, don't worry. I promise I'll be
close to the
gentle.
sun. That's exactly what's happening right now. Mel falling for the exact same trap again. No, dear. You know what's embarrassing, but also like kind of funny? I didn't catch this on stream. My first ever playthrough of Baldur's Gate, I did off stream, and I did go to the succubus. And before I tell this story, I do just want to reiterate, I'm like painfully asexual and autistic to the point that sometimes I don't think. And also, I think it might have been late at night. So like that's the factor that my brain is in all the time. I did walk up to that succubus, and when the succubus in Baldur's Gate said, "Do you want to play a game?" I did think he was being literal. I did not think that Harlip was talking about sex in that very moment. Because he tried to raise us up, and it didn't work, and he's like, okay, so what if we play a game? I'm like, a game, you say? Well, maybe we could go, like, see what this is. And then when he said, take your clothes off, I was like, okay, I don't know if I like where this is going. And then I was still kind of surprised that it went where it went. Like, that's genuinely embarrassing. That is so stupid of me. I'm gonna be real here, dying between those mommy milkers seems like the good ending to this game. So fair, Krusty, so fair. He wanted to play strip chess. He wanted to play strip chess, but you had to strip before you played chess. That's what Harlip wanted. Strip poker? Weird game, but okay. Okay, after I got fired up into that encounter, I was like, you know what? I don't really know what I expected to happen. This is exactly what I should have expected. Why didn't I expect this? It was, get ready to save scum. I mean, I know they said earlier we can save it all of our...
Hey! Stay back, Zarcy!
Make me. Oh, wait. You already said you aren't going to hurt me.
Not Zarcy being a little bratty.
Are you?
She's too pretty, but I also do love to cast fire. Okay, we're gonna see what happens. Again, I don't know how exactly not safe for work things are going to get, so consider yourselves warned. I know we're gonna die, though. Okay, we can live with this. It's safe for work, no worries. Alright, slay. He's... Okay. I feel like I'm having a stroke trying to read that, Keegan. They're not gonna taint you, though. Good luck. Good luck, Keegan.
Where'd she go?
She took some of her soul.
Damn, my head hurts.
Is our soul defective?
Did you? Shadow, tell me you heard that.
Is she? Okay, she's gonna get to stick around now because she's in our head.
Heard what?
This has to be a nightmare.
This is literally the best outcome.
This has to be a nightmare.
Yes! She's
Oh.
repeating what I said. That's progress, at least. Maybe within a few hours, these gorgeous arms and legs will be mine, too.
We lost her.
Fuck. No! This is my body! Mine! Wait, but really? You think my arms and legs are that nice? Huh. I always thought they were a little...
I think it's so funny that the succubus charm is working on her more now that she's inside Willow's head.
Willow? Who are you talking to?
Zarcy! She's in here with me. She's a voice inside my head. Get the hell out of there!
I would if I could, sweetie.
We love a good symbiotic relationship.
The world's scariest demon becoming an annoying voice inside your head. This is hilarious!
I love that Shadow's having fun.
It's not. Willow, get him to shut up.
You're right, Shadow. It is hilarious.
We're so back. This is the best outcome.
What the hell is wrong with you?
You might live up there, but you can't control what I do.
We now just have a new
We've got
friend.
to go see Tanya right away. Hopefully
Shadow!
she'll know what to do about...
Welcome in. I hope you are having a good time. Or at least, like, I hope you're doing well. You're also a furry now, according to Keegan.
Well, whatever's going on.
Trust me, I would if I could.
Also, Shadow, I didn't know you were secretly British. Had no idea.
But the shop's closed.
Not the shop being
This is
closed.
an emergency! Can't we go visit her at her house or something?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
That is so weird. You and Zarcy just said the same thing.
I guess since I am a cat. Sometimes the furry, like, we don't pick the furry life. Our friends call us a furry so much that after years and years of it, we just accept it. And that's just how it is. Or we get turned into cats in a video game. Thank you for being on the download so I could vote in the election. That's so fair. I will keep your secret. I'll keep your secret, Shadow.
Wait a minute. I just had a thought. Now that I'm out, aren't they just going to arrest me again?
That's what escaping prison does.
Tanya was able to get the charges dropped.
Tanya comes in clutch.
She was?
She's gonna be so disappointed
How?
in me. Oh no. Tanya's gonna be so disappointed.
I shouldn't say.
Why not?
It was magic.
I think it's best if you heard it from Tanya herself, when she's ready to tell you, Days.
She's gonna be so upset with
She'd
us.
just kill me if I gave you the talk before she did. Wreck the whole experiment.
The whole experiment?
What?
You could wait.
I think that was a lore
Or
drop that the cat probably
I
was not
could
supposed to
tell
drop.
you, but you'll owe me a favor.
You support cat voter fraud here? Exactly. We do.
I don't feel like trading favors with someone who says they don't play fair.
Fine. I'll tell you out of the pure goodness of my heart.
I believe her. And this is why I end up in the situations I do in video games.
Your heart doesn't have any goodness. You admitted as much.
Oh, you're feisty, aren't you?
Ugh, just shut up!
She won't listen, but you can just ignore her, you know.
Ignore her?
Yeah, you should be pretty good at that. You know, like you ignored me when I told you to lay down a fireball on her ass.
I'm a curious creature, Shadow. I was prepared to reload if I died.
You're, like, never going to let that go, are you?
Nope, he never will.
Can't you have a little sympathy for me? I'm the one that has to deal with the...
I told you so. I told you so. I told you so.
I do really love this cat, though. He's very silly.
Oh, I don't know which one of you is more annoying. Shadow, just get me as soon as I can visit Tanya. I'm going home.
So, Tanya, she's really something, isn't she?
Does Zarcy know we were thirsting for Tanya a couple hours ago? Because she sounds like she knows.
Totally gorgeous, but for some reason not interested in me.
Damn. That sucks.
Is that really what all that buildup was for?
It might not sound important to you, but...
Zarcy has sensitive dysphoria, actually, so her being not interested hits pretty hard.
You have to understand, sweet Willow. I always get what I want.
Yeah, that's basically what I said. Keegan just admitted we're friends. Oh my gosh. Slay? So slay. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Is this enemies to lovers? I don't know. We have 2 enemies to lovers going on right now. I'm being so delusional about Lydia. I'm being so delusional. I do want to say, a lot of the times when I'm playing a game, I'm like, oh, are we flirting right now? I'm very well aware of the fact it's not actually flirting. It's just funnier if you say that it is. Because I almost said that earlier when Willow and Lydia were talking, but I was like, if I say this, chat's gonna think I just genuinely don't know what flirting is. Chat's gonna be very concerned for me.
So, a rejection really makes me ache in all the
That's what I just said! Rejection, sensitive dysphoria. I know it's different. I know it's different.
If that's what all this secrecy is about, I don't want to know.
Oh no, that's not the secret.
Well, you can't just say that and not tell the secret.
Shadow didn't want me to say that Tanya's from a different set of 4th dimensional coordinates.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That makes sense.
What does that even
That
mean?
explains her shop in the storeroom.
You are a college student, aren't you? My word, what are they teaching these days?
So many channel points. Shadow's gonna summon the warden. We're on strike 1. Keegan's gonna summon the warden. Oh no. You guys gotta be sneakier. Even when I go in the deep dark, fully intending not to summon a warden, I end up summoning like 12 of them. I'm so good at Minecraft.
I'm majoring in literature, not physics.
You look like a literature major, and I say that as someone who, somebody... There we go. Raging summon the warden. Y'all are crazy for that. I do say that about Willow, knowing full well that when I was in college, somebody came up to me and they were like, are you a literature major? And I was like, no, why? And they're like, oh, you just look like somebody who would be a literature major. But I've also been told I look like somebody who would have been into Homestuck. So, the call comes from inside the house, Willow, even though I was never a literature major.
I hope at least you've had an adequate instruction in sex ed.
Quick. She's 20 in 1993. She would have been in high school in, like, the 80s. The late 80s. Yeah. She did not get adequate sex ed. Willow knows nothing. Willow knows nothing about sex ed. All she knows is abstinence. Yeah.
Fine. I'll put it into terms you can understand. Tanya resides in Chapter 13. You're in Chapter 93.
Let me read chat first, and then I'll... The warden gets summoned, you play one of those weird Twitch chat games for a few minutes? That could be fun. I thought it would be cool to try to figure out a way to actually make the warden summon on stream. I think I would have to do it, like, manually. I just don't really know how to do that right now, and I haven't really sat down to figure it out. But I think it would be cool if there was something for summoning the warden. If we do Twitch games or something like that, I might make the redeem more expensive, though. To kind of, like, keep it from being spammed all the time. I don't know. That could be fun. I hadn't thought about that. Tanya resides in Chapter 13? So Tanya just lives in 1913 for fun? Or is she time traveling here? Okay. I don't need to overthink it, because if it's important, it's going to be explained later.
But, oh, whatever.
What did that have to do with sex
Oh
ed?
my, what a delightful little abode.
Shadow didn't think so.
He has no taste. If I said this looked like a pad for a very sophisticated prostitute, would you feel offended?
That is definitely a string of words.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would.
I'll keep it to myself then.
You basically said it.
It doesn't work that way. I already heard it.
So sensitive, aren't you? You should at least be happy we are home, safe and sound.
We? This is my place.
Wherever you go,
They're
there
the same
I
person
am.
now. Willow. Willow has a symbiotic relationship now. So slay.
Do you have to phrase it like that?
What did she say? I hit the button too many times.
Since I'm
Oh.
inside you know.
I could have guessed that. Good for her.
Do you have to phrase it like that?
Like what? Like we're lovers?
Is it delusional to say Xerxes in love with us?
I'm going to bed.
Chad, it's a good thing succubi are not real.
Oh, you
Maybe
wanna
they
lie
wouldn't
down
actually
with
have an
me?
effect on me, though. I do forget. The 2D anime-esque characters are not just gonna pop out of the screen.
I want to lie down to sleep. Sleep. Can you handle that?
She can still spit in that.
I don't know. Can I? Hey, Willow.
What?
What's the worst mistake you ever made?
What a question to spring on someone.
Is that your idea of casual conversation?
That's one of those questions that I feel like you have to like sit down and like take hours trying to like rank everything you've ever done to figure out like what really is the worst mistake.
You're worse than Shadow, you know that?
Not worse than
Aw,
Shadow.
Are you trying to hurt me?
Willow is never
Words
getting any
won't do
sleep
the
in this
trick.
game. Rest in peace to Willow. She's never gonna rest in peace again.
But now that I'm in your body, I do feel physical pain. Your pain.
Did she not feel pain before?
Why not try biting down real hard on your lower lip?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Asked and answered, sweetie. Now, out with it. Worst mistake.
No, I refuse to dignify that with a response.
I think it's the insurance fraud, guys. Either the insurance fraud. No, it's the insurance fraud. I'm logging that in.
Oh, come on now.
We could have healed him.
I'm sure.
Or
this isn't the
Avery could have been
first
our
time the
roommate.
voices
We
in
could have
your
been so
head ask
slay.
that question when you're trying to sleep.
Isn't the first time the voice in your head have asked that question when you're trying to sleep? Damn.
Yeah, you're right.
Elsa, she has the answer locked and loaded already.
The worst mistake? Well, that one's easy. Not driving my parents to the airport.
She would have just died with them.
Because they were killed in that crash?
Wait, how'd you know about that?
Oh, Shadow and I go way back.
But how did Shadow know?
Shadow was there.
Forget it. Just let me sleep.
You know, Willow, if you were the one driving, all three of you might have been killed.
That's what I'm saying.
I know. Part of me thinks...
And that's probably why I'm assuming Avery thought she was suicidal and put her in the psych ward.
Never mind. It's stupid.
Tell me.
Part of me thinks it would have been better that way.
You'd rather be dead?
We were a family. A happy family. We had a happy life, you know? Well, now what's my life all about? An education I couldn't give a shit about? Powers I don't understand? Robbing banks? Getting possessed by fucking demons?
Technically, I haven't possessed you. Not yet, anyway.
It's close enough.
Whatever. I'm not afraid of you.
Fear isn't the only way I can make your skin tingle.
And if you could do
That's
more than
gross.
that, you already would have, right?
That's so true.
That's why all you're doing is just annoying me.
Fair enough, sweetie.
We got her, guys. We got her.
For the record, I'm glad you're not dead. And not just because you helped me escape from that prison. I've really enjoyed getting to know you.
Is she a romance path?
Yeah? Well, the feeling is not mutual.
Willow!
We'll see about that.
It's just like playing Chloe Price where the character does not say what I'm thinking.
I'll allow you to get your beauty sleep now.
How generous of you.
Yes, I know it is. You don't have to tell me.
I was being sarcastic.
I will say, real sympathy for Willow here. None of the characters in this game get her humor. None of the characters get her jokes. That's soul crushing. She's rizzing us up. We can still salvage this chat. Yeah, we can still save this. We can still save this.
Any luck?
Okay. I do think that is probably a good place to stop for tonight. And then we can pick this back up next Thursday. This is genuinely so fun. Yeah, I'm done. We'll go out here. That was very fun. Music is such a vibe. I love that I can, like, tab out of the game and the music still plays. Baldur's Gate does not do that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out and going on this new game journey with me, and the camera got very blurry. But yeah, that was fun. I hope you guys are excited to see where the story goes next week. I think we might be able to finish it next week if we play for another like 3 to 4 hours. I think I did look up the game on YouTube to see if anybody had played it and how long it took them to play it. So I don't know. We've got at least one more stream. Maybe 2. Came back with a drink. What did I miss? The succubus lives in our head now. And Willow wants to die. Or she wishes that she had died with her parents. At least some part of her does. That's basically what you missed. Enjoyed the stream? Send me a message on Discord next time you go live if you can. Yeah, of course, of course. We'll probably pick this back up next Thursday. Got about halfway done today, so you can finish it in another stream. Oh, sick! Slay! That's pretty good pacing, then. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought that was fun. I'm having a good time. I did not realize how much I needed to play something that was not Baldur's Gate. Or Minecraft. But anyway, that is it for me. I think I'm gonna see you guys on Saturday. We might be playing Baldur's Gate with Roy and Moya. I know I already said I would stream, but also, I'm having family come down and we've been getting some things done, so I don't know if I'm gonna stream Saturday or not. It depends on the vibe. Wait, why are we committing tax fraud? What do you mean? Anyway, I hope you guys have a good night. I'm probably gonna send you guys over to... We can stream my friend Tommy. We've been over there a few times. They're one of my friends from college. They are actually doing a push trying to reach 1,000 followers tonight, so that's pretty cool. Back to Baldur's Gate 3 next stream, for sure. If I don't stream Saturday, then it's Baldur's Gate on Tuesday. You know how it is. It's all Baldur Gate all the time. We love being bald and gay. Anyway, let me get this raid started. Okay. Yeah, that seems right. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evenings. I will see you all possibly Saturday. I'll post to my Discord if it's canceled or not, but I will see you all sometime soon. Have a great night. Good night.